back to Remy, the capital of the Patrian Empire, and you guys are also in possession of both bags. Part of Golk's agreement also involved relinquishing ownership of the bag, since they've gotten into a lot of trouble so far. So
I was hoping they would stay behind. But...
Oh, and yeah, so Tempest is in possession of a powerful time-bending artifact now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It comes at great cost, though. You take constant damage while using it, so there's definitely a ceiling on how much you could use it, but unlike other time-bending effects, there's no restrictions on the kind of actions you can take while using it, so hence, very powerful artifact.
Like in reverse, slow down, speed up?
No, it's more of a freezing effect. Freezing for everyone but the person using the artifact. So. Okay. Mert ascends back into the heavens. Yep, well, no, he's not dead. But he will be of no assistance to you tonight.
So he must not get into combat again.
Yeah, you know, that's often your guys' strategy anyway, so. Thomas, what burger did you get tonight? Is that
the double baconator.
The double baconator?
Jesus.
I'm not getting no summer baconator. That's for sure. I want the grown
bitch sandwich.
I want the grown baconator.
You want to? Are you gonna take a nap halfway through this?
Going on a full protein diet.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Okay.
Look at these sweet pants.
Oh my God, Ronald McDonald.
He's got the classic Robert's dad head. It's just like no neck, just forward.
Yeah, we ran Phil, Mang, myself, Gyro, and Mert ran a one-shot of that on Saturday. There was no evidence of it though because there were microphone issues though, so you guys will never get to watch that adventure.
What happened?
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
The unique combo may not happen again.
But Gyro wants to run a one-shot sometime this year. So.
Whoa, of that?
Maybe not necessarily that, but I'd give her a short list of good systems. I wouldn't
this
have
is
her.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, so she might go with that.
The size of that book begs to differ.
It's mostly spell tables.
Yeah,
this is all spells.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, it's not.
All right, so let's get a tally of the head count here for you guys as you head back. So obviously there's the four of you. There's Ethan, the Hawk Man. You've still got 2 Legionnaires who have seen shit because they left with you from the capital. So it'd be great if they actually make it back alive.
That would be good. And then there's the attendant.
Oh yeah,
the magical one.
Yeah, you'll have to be careful with her, because then, I mean, as you know,
the one that's attached to Golk.
Her life force is bound to Golk.
I don't know if I'm aware of that.
I think Golk probably would have given you a detailed briefing before leaving, because he wouldn't want you to be completely unaware of that.
Okay, so if she dies, Golk dies.
Yeah, basically, I'm sure he entreated you like, hey, I'm being a good sport about all this. Least you can do is keep an eye on her. Please. Okay.
I'll do my best.
Alright. Alright.
Do we still have the baby ship with us?
Yes.
Toyota.
He's like entering early toddler phase, so
And I gave him a gift.
growth rate is much faster, but still not suitable for you guys to use as your navigation. So
Toddler's phase, what is that, like a ski-doo size?
it's like the size of like those toy cars that kids ride around in. So yeah.
And I want it noted that I gave him the endurance gift.
Okay. Yes. He is small, but can endure much.
He never sleeps. He always desires play.
I think I only have 1 man left.
In fact, you alone might be able to ride him. Like, you might have capacity for 1 person because of the endurance gift. So. I guess the rest of you...
We could all be ants and ride them.
I could become a small fan.
That's true. That's true. So you do have that option available. So I'll assume you're all going on foot, unless otherwise stated.
Do you want to do the ant thing?
No. I mean, I can just Be a bird if I wanted to.
Yep.
But no, I'll go on
All the
foot.
birds.
Can always be birds.
I can fly all the time, so I'm just gonna be flying along with them.
Why can you fly all the? Oh, you're
I
sky.
have sapphire
Whoa.
wings. So.
The sour patches got bigger.
Yeah.
They grew up.
They're amazing.
They're moon face now.
It's like eating like 3 at the same time.
Those
shoving them
are
in your
sons of Sour Patch Kids.
No.
Their head is half their Crazy.
Alright, so we're gonna go hang out with Aladdin.
That's where we're heading first.
Oh yeah, making a quick stop over there.
Yeah.
I will allow a fast travel there. Okay. 1 day has passed, and now you're back in Djinn.
And we all died.
No, everyone's fine.
Okay. I'll do my reroll for the day. 12.
It's not a good number.
I'll pray I don't have to use it.
Is that Wendy's beer?
No, it's a house water.
Oh, okay.
Big difference in a Wendy's beer.
Not a Baconator beer. Just little
Sun.
floating bits in there.
Oh god.
Yep.
That's how they ferment it.
Okay. Well, Prince Aladdin is most intrigued upon your arrival and asks for you to enter his court immediately.
Of course.
Okay. He receives you in full courtesy with all of his court and attendants, and his lovely Patreon wife sitting beside him as well.
She looks well.
Yes.
Unmasked.
In perfect health.
Then
In fact, her skin has a new sun-touched warmth to it after spending some time in the desert here. So
it is good to see your face, princess.
she smiles and says, "Thank you for all of the help that you've provided for myself and my husband. We are honored to have our favorite house guest back again." And she breathes a sigh of relief when she sees that at last, as the last person comes through, there is no sign of tribute and Golk. So,
Of course.
okay. Aladdin says, "Please, we have been on edge to hear of your trip to Busur."
Yes, I bring glad tidings as well as sad tidings. I'm afraid that your brother Ali passed away a few years ago.
Did you change his appearance? I'm
Negative. I made it so that no one will ever recognize him or believe they are who they claim to be.
Okay, that's right. So he's just in your party
Yes.
as a vague Oasis state nobleman.
Yes.
Okay.
Even if circumstantial evidence is overwhelming.
Who is this?
You still won't believe it.
Aladdin's brother.
Oh, you have him with you?
Of course.
That was the genie offered a prisoner in exchange for Golk to cement the alliance, and so he gave him Aladdin's brother. But he had already told the emperor that he was dead, and so he's like, well, he can't come back to life now. So,
Just better that way.
yep. All right. Well, the court is a little overtaken with grief at this announcement. They take a couple minutes of patting each other and wiping the tears from their eyes, and
I was told he passed peacefully in his sleep, and he was well loved by his people.
he says, "Well, we did not see eye to eye, but if he did right by his own conscience and found peace in the end, that is all any of us can ask for in this turbulent world."
I agree.
Well, what is the situation in Busur now then?
Well, Busur was in slight turmoil after the death of your brother. He left no heirs. But a Djinn took it upon himself to oversee the town and is now the ruler there.
A fantastic tale. I've never heard of a Djinn to rule in such capacity, although if by whatever circumstances he was freed from his prison object, then I suppose who's to say what they would task themselves to do once they have their freedom.
I was skeptical as well, but after some negotiations, he was open to joining our alliance.
Well, I've made myself a pariah already by choosing a foreign bride, and so I will accept whatever help comes from the other states, even if one is in fact led by a Djinn. So, well done there.
As will the Empire.
Well done, Senator.
Thank you. Well, I believe that is all we have to report. We are planning to head back to the capital.
Yes, whatever provisions, camels, anything you'd like for your journey, please. I'd be happy to help. I can also send some of our guides as well to help you navigate through the desert.
Wine.
Of course, there will be wine as well.
Good.
Do you plan to spend the day?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll spend the day.
All right. Then a party with kind of a two-tone dichotomy.
Two-tone.
Yeah, right.
Two-tone.
Because it's part of it is kind of you're right, overshadowed by the mourning process for Ali. But on the other half, you've basically informed them that their most powerful neighbor will be a friendly state to them now and part of this grand alliance. So
There you go.
okay.
We must celebrate.
Are you gonna take the intoxication wood?
The intoxication word? I haven't looked at any of the words.
Do you want to see the new book?
Sure. Desire. That's like.
You may take a look. Desire is like
It's basically
the
passion.
extreme ends of passion. Like really runs with it.
It's rape.
You say what?
It's rape.
You say it's great or it's rape?
It's great.
It's great.
It's the greatest.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, I will just say that a great day of festivities and intoxication follows. If anyone wants to do anything specific in the city, otherwise we'll just say a good time was had by all.
Yeah.
Maybe some bag pulls.
I mean, if anyone wants, I got re-rolls aplenty.
There's a baby bag, a mature bag.
You could have some great stuff.
Some grapes. I make sure to party it up real hard in the depths of the pyramid.
I make a lot of people pregnant.
Okay.
Tons.
Unless is it just our party?
No, like almost the entire city
Okay,
is
perfect.
taking part.
But I do make sure to find lots of wine and turn it to ash. And
Really?
Yeah. And give it to Samuel to carry in a sack.
Stuff it is.
All right.
That's like some. Oh, that's an offense.
Yeah,
I think.
you get noticed. There's like a nobleman who says, "That was my finest vintage. What sorcery is this?"
It will be well enjoyed. Ooh.
No, that's unacceptable. If you're going to turn my finest drink into ash, you must pay me.
Just turn it back to him.
Okay, I turn it back into wine again. I unburn it.
Tainted now.
Right. He samples it because he doesn't trust that the taste will be preserved. But I believe it just molecularly just goes right back to exactly what it was.
Yeah, it just unburns it.
Okay.
Completely.
He says, very well.
Okay, then I try to get him roaring drunk.
So you can turn him to ash.
Yeah, exactly.
Have Samuel put him in a bag.
There you go.
Yep.
You want to get this man
Mix it with the wine.
roaring drunk.
Yes, I'm gonna use my banner of passion on him. To suffuse him with an emotion of party.
All right. Well, in that case, he parties harder than anyone else along with you. So
Okay, once he's drunk enough, I turn the rest into ash.
turn his insides into ash. Okay.
I'll reach into the bag.
Nice.
I'm yearning for a good effect.
Yep.
Urine?
This is how you can jumpstart to level 10. Just
There you
gain
go.
3 levels.
Is that still just
Fuck you guys.
Sean, with
Yes.
domain,
Mm-hmm.
would it be like, I assume there's some type of music being played?
Oh, there are harps and flutes and all sorts of charming instruments being played, as well as singing.
So would it be crazy with domain to like
Oh God!
What happened?
What have you done?
Game of liar's dice against the Grim Reaper.
Oh.
Well, of course.
I mean, that's
As a god of deception and luck, I feel like I could win, but I don't think I'd get anything out of it.
He'd probably just go away.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have to salt that one
All right.
and give it to
The next person.
when that noble's drunk. Send him over.
I do so.
Oh God.
What'd you have in mind, Studs?
So I wanna learn an instrument.
Okay.
It's kind of like going towards what my next word would be, which is I think I'm gonna go with music. For my next
Oh,
one,
okay.
but, like I want to spend domain to learn an instrument, but
I could allow that.
all right. And play like the most beautiful song that this group of people have ever heard.
Okay. I would say to become an expert at any instrument would be one domain.
Perfect.
For what you had in mind specifically, like the greatest feat of music they've
Yeah.
ever heard,
Yep.
I'd say that'd be 2 domain.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Before I tell you what this is,
Okay.
I want you to define the word pond.
Alright. A pond is a body of liquid. I won't necessarily say water, because I know we're not always dealing with that.
Okay.
I'd say, unless otherwise specified, with you at its center, extending probably about 30 feet by 10 feet across,
At minimum.
with a depth of 3 feet.
Could it be bigger than that? Is it the minimum or the maximum?
If it's just this pond, that is exactly what it'll be, as I said, with no deviation.
Anything smaller or bigger?
The only way you could change my mind about it is if it specifies exactly how big it is in the bag effect, or if you had some tremendous magic.
I don't know if
alter
it's
it.
like if he's creating a pond or if it's like
No,
when he's
not
in a
creating.
pond.
The nearest pond. I don't think there's one in the Oasis states.
So
With
what
that
they-
description. I think it would be in Nezdova or the Rakteen Confederacy.
Okay, what's about to happen to the pond?
Well, I could re-roll, but I'll just take it.
Okay,
It's not good, but it doesn't affect us or the Alliance. So, the nearest pond becomes a water elemental and attacks all nearby.
okay.
What a
You don't hear any screaming.
No, good.
All right.
Maybe. I mean, isn't that one refuge we made? Should that have a pond in it?
What refuge?
The
The
shrine.
Oasis?
It's possible.
That's a big
I hope not.
body of water for an oasis.
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't describe it as a pond.
So is it like a guitar type thing?
Well,
So
it's
that's
what you want it to be.
I want it to be like a guitar, like an acoustic guitar.
It exists.
Perfect.
You find it, and what are you going for? What's it called? The independent god, or are you going for the
free
followers?
divinity.
Free divinity.
Okay, so you're a free divinity. Okay. Play your song, and okay, I'll figure out maybe some cool consequence in the morning. But right now, I don't have anything apart from you just being amazing at the guitar. So
Perfect.
okay.
That noble drunk yet?
Oh yeah, he's wasted.
Roaring.
Okay. I'll try and slip his hand into the bag.
Okay, he's powerless to resist.
Okay, he gets to play some liar's dice.
Man just
All
wanted to save his
wasted.
wife.
I'm just gonna make this really streamlined. 1, 2, 3, he dies. 4, 5, 6, death goes away. All right, he wins.
That's the
Good
learn.
for him.
Yeah.
Well wasted. That's very
Yeah.
impressive.
Yep.
Okay, problem solved.
The Grim Reaper couldn't get a read on him because he was
No,
so drunk.
Right.
He was like that guy we met at Gen Con.
Randy.
Thank you. That wasn't his name.
Yeah, what was his actual name?
I don't
even
know if we
remember.
know his real name.
I don't know if it's
I just assumed it was Randy.
Randy the Random.
All right, studs. This whole pyramid state, the walls, the tile, everything is infused with that song. If you ever play that exact song again, wherever you and Ethan are, you will be teleported here. If you play that exact song you just played.
Perfect.
All right.
It's got some like
which means it does take a little bit of time to be executed. Like you do need to go through like one full cycle, but probably means if you play it for about 40 seconds or so.
What's this place called again?
This is Denet, D-E-H-N-E-T.
It's like
It is Aladdin's pyramid and the
Oasis.
Oasis.
Yeah.
Plays a song and he transports.
Someone called the Song of the Net.
Yep. All right. We call it an evening.
Teleport.
What? So
No, not in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't teleport.
One of them does.
Yeah, when it like.
What is that one?
Well,
The owl picks him up.
Yeah.
That's not a teleport.
he does teleport in Ocarina Time.
What song?
The Minuet of the Forest, Bolero of Fire,
Temples.
Nocturne of Shadow. The
Just
bottom
take
row.
him to the
there's,
temple?
There's 6 songs that teleport you.
And he
He becomes like a little like energy orb, which is based on the color of the medallion associated with the temple, and he like flies away.
There you have
There
it.
you go.
I watched speedruns of that game.
Yeah, you would
so
know.
I've seen it so many times. Yeah.
Seen shit.
Yep. Okay, new day.
New day, new roll.
That's illegal.
That's
You doing baby day?
Oh my god.
20. Okay, good. This was just my
okay. All right.
roll a day.
You've
Rolodex.
Wait.
the
Wake up
the 2 times you got 50 from the baby bag, they were sent away.
Yeah, you could try again.
Every
You
time.
get 50 in the baby bag.
Only Adam knows what it is, right?
No, I don't know what it is.
Only
Yeah,
Sean
Only
knows
Ziggy
what it
knows
is.
what it is. I won't salt
Would you,
it away.
Would you help
Of course.
if I get something bad?
Absolutely.
Do you have that power?
Yeah, I can salt it away and we'll give it to some peasant
All right.
before we leave.
Fine, I'll draw out of the baby bag.
Alright, roll it up.
Bolero.
2d10s, and it's important you do it like in order, so that you say like.
All right, let me start with the first
Yeah.
one. 5
Okay.
for 50.
So
That's
That's
a
a 5.
2.
that is a
Say
2.
what?
You're in the 20s.
It's half.
Let's roll again.
The second number is also 5.
All right, so 25. All bag effects are removed from the reader.
Ooh,
Fuck.
You don't want that.
No.
But somebody definitely wants that.
Yes, that's a good one. So
Okay,
salt it.
I'll salt that one.
I don't think I have any big effects on
Now
it.
you can just go wild on the
No,
Yeah, we can do whatever the hell we want.
Unless it's like.
Hey, did you tell us that? Because I will definitely pull from the bag if we
Do you-
can
no,
go wild.
You have to re-roll though.
Oh, yeah.
Do you as a character know what you're doing?
Yes,
Okay.
it's part of the word.
All right, 4
Okay, that's another 20.
and 8.
28.
Yep. All birds within 1 mile combust.
Actually, I can't salt it. I just re-roll it.
Okay.
What?
So I
It
can't
goes
give it
away.
to somebody. It goes away. I can only salt when I do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All birds within 1 mile will combust.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count Ethan, does it?
No, I'm giving him the credit as a shape-shifting humanoid.
Okay.
So he's not a strict bird per se.
It
And
depends.
in how many miles?
1 mile. Pretty much all the birds in the city are gonna.
I mean, it depends on like how big the combustion is. Like if that starts fire
And is it, what was that word that was used on Phil's combustion? Was it like irreversibly?
permanently exploded.
So at least it's not permanent.
It's true. Someone could mend these birds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I've got more salt.
You know, if they didn't,
Or I
if they
got more
don't-
rerolls.
If they don't die from it, I could unburn them, but I don't know that they exploded.
If you're still hunting for something good,
I never am.
I mean, why settle?
Do you mean accept that one and draw again? Or
No,
do
I
you
mean just re-roll.
Alright, let's save the birds.
Okay, birds aren't combusting.
They can thank you later.
Yeah.
4. Alright, let's see if they combust. 2. 22.
Yep. The next non-capital city you enter, everyone worships you.
Oh wow.
That's really powerful.
Oh, do I know that?
Yep.
Ooh, I have to choose the next character. So careful.
We need to head to Julambai.
But you have to make sure
Just
not
as
to
long as-
encounter any towns on the
Well, no, it's
fly over.
non-capital.
It says city capital. It's a
Non-capital.
So
Oh,
it can't be the actual capital.
But But yeah, you can still go to a big ass city as long as
Yeah.
it's not the political capital of that province. So
That's pretty damn good.
Any city we go in, like Thomas is just gonna be out of the campaign. Like, sit this one out. We're waiting.
Everyone, every man, woman, and child, sentient creature of any sort. Will,
Oh my god, that's gonna be my move.
Oh my god, and then you can move,
Yeah.
and then you can make them all pregnant.
That's
all
why
at
I want to
once.
set up shop.
Because every guy will also want to get pregnant from you.
Let me look at a map.
That could be your major shrine. Your
Okay, well,
temple
let's
center.
rule out Dulambai because we're gonna destroy them all.
These
I'll
are
give
my
you a
new
map,
base of
Thomas.
operations.
Maybe
I've got one here.
Oh, you have a map? Okay.
Nezdova.
Let's read about that. The
Hey,
mechanical
isn't that in
iron
the
star.
Rakhine Confederacy?
They have
No, it's a
robots.
separate.
Oh. Oh, another Oasis. Oh no, it's the whole
Separate
province.
region.
Yeah.
Or you could go to the Bright Republic.
A whole island.
Well, there's a capital in there.
The sole technologically advanced nation in the realm.
If we could have all of them that worship
Yeah,
you,
that sounds really good.
Yeah.
I like that one. It's an island.
that's really good.
Everyone good. Where does Hugat come from? Hugat Island. Oh, well, it's not the capital. It's not the entire island.
No.
You know, it's just one city.
We'd go to this biggest city that's not the capital.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still talking hundreds of thousands of people.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's good.
And your worship will spread across the island quickly.
Yep. And if I see some,
You'll be on
there,
TV.
Ooh.
You'll be on TV?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
Definitely.
technology.
You are their god. Their one true god.
Hugat.
How could they not?
It'll be like MGM, but with the Ryan roaring, but instead it'll just be the moon faced god on the lion's body.
Yeah, exactly. I think
Where are
that's
we
what
now?
We're in the Oasis state. We'd have to fly across the ocean.
I'm prepared. My body is ready.
You just neglect any other.
Alright, I'd say like, alright, I'll see you guys on the next adventure.
Well, we could do a time skip.
I mean, next level, I did want to take the journey word. Oh, it doesn't give me an instant travel.
Why are these ones just coated in powder?
Oh,
Just dump
Oh
the
my
bag. It was a bag dump.
Yeah, those are big. What are those sour patch? Are those sour patch men?
Our French man.
It's a nice man-sized candy. I
how
like
much does it take to add a new word?
3.
3.
How much XP is level 4?
12?
So my charisma is now 18 because of the music word.
Actually, I don't know. It jumps up quite a bit.
Let me look at some shit.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna re-roll that effect. No, I'm just kidding.
Sat here, talked about it. Ah, fuck it.
Wielding absolute power over him.
This is what you get.
Ooh, that would be really good, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, what are you gonna do with it? Alright.
Yeah,
You're
Denied.
Denied.
if it doesn't meet your approval,
No, I think it. Bright Republic, that would be a powerful ally.
It'll add to the alliance.
So we either all go there and tell the Emperor we're doing a side trek, or you go there alone, convert the big city, and then you meet back up with us.
What was the first option?
You all go there.
Okay. Alright. I don't know, I guess up to you guys. Did we have anything pressing to do?
Well,
Time is
I
always-
serve my Emperor, so
Can't you speak to him telepathically though?
I can. So I guess I can open communication with him now that I'm aware of this capability that you have. I will open communication with the Emperor.
okay. He senses that you've opened the channel, and he says, "Tempest, what is it?"
Your Majesty, I am speaking to you from Djinn.
Ah, yes. I trust that you've informed Prince Aladdin of the new ally we have gained.
Yes, I gave him a full report.
Excellent.
We were just planning to return home to Remy, but one of my companions. How do you even explain such a thing? Well, there was an effect from one of Golk's artifacts.
Oh yes, those bags.
Yes, it seems that the next city that my companion enters will fully worship him through divine power.
That is power.
Yes.
Gods.
I felt that it would be at its best use to help gain another ally to the Empire.
Well, yes. I mean, not to be selfish with such a great gift, but I'm glad that your friend would be amiable to coordinating this new allegiance in partnership with Patria.
Well, he is a friend of the Empire.
I see that he is a friend in deed and in word, then, should this follow through.
Yes, we were thinking of heading to the Bright Republic.
That is a state we have not yet made good inroads in with diplomacy. That could definitely tip the scales in our favor there.
I believe that if their new god commands it, they could cease trading with the Dulimbians and become a strong ally.
With the lack of their plastic goods and food preservation technology, all the things that are flooding those Dulimbian markets,
yes,
they would be pushed into a more desperate state, and we could take advantage of such a new situation. Yes, this plan has my full endorsement, Tempest.
Good. Now, only my companion technically has to travel to the Republic, so I was curious if you had any other task required of me and my other companions.
Well, of course there are always things at the forefront, especially for such a capable party as you have proven. I'm still gathering information from one of our agents in the Ractine Confederacy. I think there is some time for you to be gone while I await my next report, but I trust that you will travel with haste, regardless, if you go to this Bright Republic.
As quickly as possible.
All right. Well, if there is a development in which I must request your immediate return, I will notify you. But for now, you have my blessing to travel at will, and especially to this Bright Republic mission that you have discovered.
As you command, Your Majesty.
Okay.
Can the Emperor open up to him too? Or is it
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yep.
Well, it's one person, but yeah.
I mean, like, it affects a non-Godbound in a pretty crazy way.
How do you know he's not a Godbound?
I don't. I'm making assumptions.
He's the Emperor. Okay, we're all going to the Republic.
Alright. All aboard Toyota.
What? As ants?
Yep.
Alright.
This isn't even the best way to travel.
He can't be as fast as us as birds.
Did you call the
No.
boat thing Toyota?
Yeah. That's what I named him.
His father named him.
So now you're going to go to this
Unless
place
you
that is
remember
huge
the
into
name.
technology.
You remember your
They're going to invent the assembly line,
Vasu?
and like you'll start making vehicles in mass production.
No, that was his father.
Well, you
No,
wrote
I
down
put
name.
Vasu baby ship and Kamir was the big ship.
Vasu,
I
that's
think
so
it was
much
Boston.
worse.
Yeah, I like Toyota.
Toyota.
At least
None of
you
us
know.
could figure that. None of us remembered that last
Yeah.
time.
Here's
because
the
you're
thing
always-
too. He'll never know that at some point his name was
Yeah.
different. He was
Oh,
too
yeah.
young to remember.
He has a new father
This
now.
is his father.
His father named him Vasu, but his real father.
His daddy named him Toyota.
It's really Guardians too.
I know.
He'll learn one day about his true name and like betray me or something. It'll be a whole.
So
Fly
Sean,
a hole
yes,
through.
I've,
whole
I've
thing.
taken music for 3, and then for my 4th gift point, I took passionate Cusando.
Ooh.
He's got 4 gift points.
Total? You get 2 every level, right?
I just didn't know you didn't spend it.
Yeah, I didn't spend any.
He was banking.
I was banking them for these new words. So I can infuse chosen listeners with a powerful emotion. So I'm going to play music that is just, the emotion is going to be like determination to get there as quickly as possible.
Aren't we all ants?
Unhindered by any of my other actions.
That's nice.
They may produce music.
I think we should use birds here.
Alright, we're all birds.
Yeah.
I'll just fly like a
I can summon any musical instrument that I've ever used as an on-turn action.
fly.
They may produce music at will without
I'm
interfering
shy.
with any of their other actions. So I could be doing whatever I want and still music will be playing.
It's just a constant epic sax guy effect.
The 10-hour sax guy, but now it's a lifetime.
A lifetime.
Lifetime sax guy. Holy shit.
You could create that by having a live stream of it going 24/7.
Can you get a refill?
Can Toyota fly himself yet?
Nope, not yet.
Alright, I turn him into a bird. If he's a person.
But he's like a baby, right? Will he know what to do?
He doesn't have a proper humanoid form, Tom.
Oh, you know what? Let me turn him into a. Wait, are you saying I can't transform him?
You can transform him, but you can't transform him into a person.
Oh, of course. Okay. Let me just turn him into something small that I can carry, like
mean-
an earthworm or something.
I could carry you all too.
Okay, I'll turn him into a.
You're gonna burn him? Burn him.
What? But
Turn him into ashes.
Turn us all into ash.
I'll turn.
If I
I'll
do,
turn-
Stuff us into a sack.
I can't. I can't do it on living creatures. I also can't,
Samuel
I also
put him in
can't
a sack.
unkill things. So
Alright, I'll turn him into a mouse and I'll put him in Phil's pocket
okay.
or Samuel's bag, whatever.
With all the ash, just
I don't know if that's
Actually, you know what, Phil? You know what? My own hand.
Just have him in like
I'll
a
just
pocket.
carry him.
Just have him in like a pocket.
I'm a bird though.
like.
This really is not that complicated.
I could be a bird pocket hybrid.
It should be the simplest
Right.
thing.
I mean, I
A
can,
kangaroo
I
slash
can fly at
bird.
100 miles an hour and carry people if they're ant-sized. suit.
Oh, okay. We could all just crawl. We could all just
yeah.
become ants and
Well,
get
that's
on
all
his
the ants
shoulder.
in his pocket. Or whatever.
Okay, ants in his
All
pants.
these don't bite me.
I'm gonna be
Okay.
I want to be a fire ant.
I'll be a termite.
So just quick recap. Traveling method. Just what's the big picture?
We're all ants in this guy's pants.
All right.
And he's flying us to the Bright
I
Republic.
wanna crawl
Oh boy.
into his.
Fucking
I wanna
Godbound.
crawl into his butt crack and play music.
What is it? What is that? What's the effect of that? What is?
Music's coming from your ass.
You feel vibrations.
Okay, I'll sing along
And
with
you're
it.
not sure
These
about it.
farts, you're just
Yeah, I'm just,
I can turn into an eagle then.
okay.
the eagle busts out of my pants. And just,
What do you choose?
Playing epic music.
What do you choose for your cruising altitude?
2,000 feet.
Okay. You'll avoid interacting with almost anything traveling in that way. Roll a d20.
Roll the fate die.
Yep.
20. That's a 15.
All right.
I don't know why we
I'll
allow him.
replace it with a 20.
Wow! A
We'll
15.
accept that.
Wow.
Is there anywhere you guys want to stop on your way to the Bright Republic?
We should no.
How
The
long?
Emperor said
Alright, hold on. So we came from the Oasis states?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys
we're
are like
crossing Vizio.
you guys were
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
here in the Oasis states. That's where
Right.
Dennett is. So a straight path would be like
I think a straight path. It's fine.
Yep.
okay.
How will we subsist?
As you guys reach, yeah, that's true. How will you subsist?
For 10 minutes, how many? Wait, hold on.
Well, I mean, we'll have to land.
Hold on, I can use how many miracles? I have like 3 miracles a day. You know, 3 times a day for 10 minutes each. We can have endless food.
Okay.
That's 3 meals.
That,
But
I
we
mean,
have
that,
to
you
land.
still have to.
That's like you're.
I have to sleep.
That's like you're in Vegas.
He has to
And
sleep.
I can sleep
You're
in his
told
pants.
3 times a day. Go to the plane. You got 10 minutes.
Yeah, true. He doesn't have, you don't
I'll
have
find
to
a little,
sleep.
I'll find a little
Because
crevice.
it's
and-
just you and me, right? We're the only ones in this whole party that have to sleep.
But I guess you could turn them
I
into
actually
There's a
like,
legionnaire.
you could turn them into
Oh.
like hippos while
You have
they're
to
at
sleep?
the buffet.
I don't have any
You
loser.
Oh, that was your old character that
Yes,
my old
true.
character.
that permanently exploded.
I mean, I could if I can sleep while in the sky, I might. But
I don't think that
I don't
works.
think- Yeah, so we're gonna have to land.
We have
Or you
to
can turn.
land.
Then
you
hold
can-
on, we can do shifts. You fly faster, but while you guys sleep, I can become a big bird, and you guys just are ants on me.
Okay.
okay.
But where do we eat?
It's pants.
You could like have like a drop of like
Maybe I
syrup.
Samuel's bag.
But didn't we already decide like we still have a human metabolism?
Yeah, but we
As
can
an
eat.
ant.
We can eat as much of it as we want if it's
Oh,
infinite.
we would probably want to take a stop. Like we'd want to probably.
So we're gonna need this. We're gonna need to stop at some point.
What are we afraid of?
We just stop.
Fighting.
Just stop.
Stop in the
Just
desert.
stop somewhere. The
Yeah.
sinkholes will
We can
appear.
stop a couple times a day
Yeah,
to eat.
that's what we're doing.
All right.
Okay,
All right. We'll stop.
there you go.
We've stopped.
We're gods.
Bound.
So you make just your sleeping stops.
Oh no, not sleeping, just eating.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna sleep on my back.
And or Phil's butt crack.
Yeah.
Why would you want to be there?
Music's coming from your butt.
It's dangerous there. Poop comes from there.
I'm not in your butthole.
Then I'll just take one more d20 from Thomas, and sometimes you're the one that's transporting them.
Is this a different day?
Sure.
Hold on, let me roll a replacement.
Yeah.
You don't want that. Actually, wait, that's a 17.
It looked like
You
a
might
4.
want that one.
You might want that.
Yep.
That's
No.
alright.
No.
16.
Okay. You guys can see the coastline of the Bright Republic coming into view.
The skyscrapers.
I will take an intelligence check, -4, from whoever wants to think about the political geography of the Bright Republic to choose the second largest city.
That would be 14 against an 8.
Was that good or bad?
That's
Means you
it's
beat it.
higher. It's higher than the check.
So that's
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. You know that Pinnacle should be your best bet. Axis is the capital. Pinnacle is to the northwest of the capital, just at the entrance to Liberty Bay. I'm also going to get, since you've been traveling over the body of water now, and so you have to go much longer, who wants to be flying right now?
If it's during the day, it's him.
Okay. Yeah, we'll say it's daylight. So Phil, let's get just a sec. Phil, let's get Constitution -6.
You'll laugh at that, Thomas.
Counts.
That text message.
Oh, that's a funny text.
14 minus 6 is exactly my constitution of 8.
Perfect. Okay.
And even if it wasn't, I could replace it.
Yep.
I could re-roll it. I could do
You're,
all kinds of stuff.
You're exhausted, but you're able to get them into Pinnacle about. God, that was quite the distance you flew. But it was a direct path. So, yeah, it's been about a month of flying.
Wow.
God.
Yep.
Jesus.
We've been going.
Well, you've traveled. Let's see. Okay, no, I'll truncate that a little bit. It's been about 3 weeks of flying.
Someone needs that journeying word.
Yep.
That's how it goes. What now?
You see a cityscape beneath you. The day is just kind of ending now. The sun is very low in the west, but there's still just a little red crest peeking over. And the lights are starting to go on in the city, in the various skyscrapers and complexes.
I will try to find the tallest scraper.
I'm assuming
Sky.
no one has been to the Bright Republic before.
I've never seen this majesty.
This is crazy
Yeah,
shit.
this
I
is,
came from the Bleak Reach.
Yeah.
But
That's
I've
the
never been
opposite of the Bright Republic.
It's so close though. Like
It's
they,
the opposite.
They kept
I
all
would-
the technology here, and they.
I might
did nothing
have
but reach.
traveled.
Maybe you like
in
looked
the
across the
circus
ocean
through it,
Yeah,
and
but-
saw how much better life could be.
I've
Yeah,
never been
I
there.
would say that like I probably have been through here with the circus at some point.
The
in my life.
circus?
Yeah, my guy was the ring bearer.
These people
A
don't give a
ringleader.
shit about a circus.
They've
They've got virtual reality. Why would they?
Is it really that high in technology?
Yes.
Wait,
Here? Oh,
what?
yeah, they're probably not.
Like they're in like 2088 technology.
Why are they not spreading it
It's
around
like
everywhere
somewhere
else?
between that and now.
Their technology only
It's
works
more
on
advanced
the
than our
island.
modern civilization.
the
Most
vast
of it,
majority
most
of it.
of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow. They have telephones.
powered by.
Because it's connected to these.
No,
ethereal
they went for
nodes
virtual
that-
reality, but the phones they skipped on that.
No phone.
They have the internet just for themselves.
Yes.
Selfish bastards.
All right. There's like a helicopter that's kind of close by. You see it landing on a helipad, like on top of a building.
Throw a spear at it.
And once you set feet in the town, you have the sense that the power will take hold. But while you're airborne, you are still just an ordinary Hugh God to them.
Time to change their lives.
Yep.
I want to play like heavenly music as we descend.
Okay.
Out my ass.
I'll take out my normal form and emerge from Phil's ass.
Like they'll be writing stories about this. There'll be murals across the city.
Where do you choose to touch down?
What's
Like, just kind of, if you take a typical urban environment, just a little bit more futuristic than today, that's pretty much your options. Like, you see there's a stadium, plenty of crowded alleyways.
That's the perfect arrangement.
Middle of a football game.
Yeah. Like I just I crush like a whole football team with my descent. And
Only if
nonetheless,
you want to.
they worship me.
Alright,
Oh god.
Alright, I do want to descend. What kind of sport are they playing?
whatever, I'll let you pick. It could be like cricket for all the...
Yeah.
I want to think it's like cross between soccer and polo. Maybe that's
They're
just
playing
polo.
soccer polo.
On horses that
Yeah,
are made
it's
of
like
like
horse
steel,
game.
like the robot horses.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Like Tron.
Or if there's like just a magical beast setting, maybe they could be riding a little magical beast.
It's entirely up to you.
Yeah,
This is your chance to engage in the world building.
magical beasts.
Just make it like Tron. You're still talking about the sport they're playing, right?
Yeah.
Make it like Tron, but like polo. So they're going like extremely fast, but yet they also have to play polo on these like bikes.
Mechanical
Dun, dun, dun.
sandworms.
Mechanical sandworms.
Go for it.
It is so. They move really fast though.
Big metal worms crawling over the field.
Just how many do I crush?
What a question.
How many do I crush?
Roll it
They're your worshippers.
Not yet.
Very
You have to
soon.
fear me first. No, I'll just land in the middle of the game.
Okay. Right at center field.
If there's a ball in soccer polo, then I'll land it.
Yeah.
Land on the ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would there
Game's
not
over.
be a ball in soccer polo? They hit people.
As you land, or as you're like approaching,
Peasants.
there was like warning signs for you to like clear the airspace and like that you're this unidentified object and that they're about to take security measures. But then once your feet touch the ground, everything changes. This invisible shockwave just goes through the whole municipality, and people are just rushing out of the stands like to just prostrate themselves before you on the field. Fireworks are shooting off. There's like this chant of Hugh God just growing louder and louder throughout the stadium, and then you can hear it coming from outside the stadium too. And yep, in the span of like 10 minutes, there's probably like 300,000 people just like crowding this area, just trying to get a closer look. And then no one's brave enough to actually come like touch you or anything, but they are just instinctively worshiping you and are in complete awe of your person.
I want to keep giving him like this feel of more heavenly,
Yeah,
beautiful music.
you're just trying to
culture.
enhance.
Yeah, I'm
the,
enhancing the situation
Sure.
as best as possible.
Say,
Yep.
Welcome, citizens. This is now Hugh God City.
Okay, there's a little bit of commotion at that. You see like 6 people in business suits just like coming through the audience here, and it looks like it's the city council. And he like opens up a laptop and is like doing all this stuff, and then they give you like this tablet for you to like sign your name to take control of the town.
Perfect. I do so.
Okay. You just put this like paw.
That's how people start signing their names now. Like,
It's gonna be the cover of the new Bible.
Yep.
the ebook.
Yep.
Right. In VR, you can feel the impression of the paw like in there. And
Oh my God.
That's my God's paw. Like it was
Incredible.
So I assume that all this was recorded then.
Oh yeah, this was live broadcast. The commentators have been saying like, now God receives the key to the city. And, okay, so, yep, you're basically you have not control of that. That'd be a little too much, but basically, you know, this whole city is open to you, and you have the love, respect, and reverence of the people. It has a metro population of about 1.2 million people.
Oh shit! To enhance my impact.
You need to proclaim to like spread.
Wait, I need to spread my tenets and the word.
Your strictures.
I do want to do that. So how much I need? How many strictures do I need?
3.
I have 1.
I have but one stricture for you to follow.
Become pregnant.
Fuck
By any
all
means
the
necessary.
time.
Then they'll really spread throughout the Bright Republic, I'm sure.
Ooh, actually, I don't know what the stricture is. I was gonna say they cannot kill. One day I might want them to kill for me.
The town had a rainy
Well, I mean,
day.
it's very similar to like
Yeah.
you know Christianity.
The town had a rainy day fund in
That's
its city budget, and they're transferring it to like a ministry of propaganda for you. So they're like working on like huge banners to hang down the sides of buildings with like your face on it, and of course ebook distribution of whatever your strictures are. So they're ready to mobilize the mass media.
I'll work with an author to
Okay,
to
a
edit
ghostwriter.
thoughts. Yep.
Okay.
Can you get this stadium renamed after yourself too?
Are you level 3?
Yeah.
So,
Am I supposed to already have strictures?
well, people can like sanctify temples and shrines to you, and then you can witness anything going on in those areas at any point.
Wow.
And you can cast miracles to anyone in those places.
From afar?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So anyone that comes there to become pregnant, you can just...
They just see you come up on the big screen at the mega church, and you just...
It's like Wizard of God.
Oh man,
Wizard of
that's
Hugo.
Incredible.
because that is you're probably gonna want to get just like a modern mega church built in the city.
Yeah.
Like that would be the closest equivalent to
The
like
stadium.
Yeah, they could
This
start-
whole stadium.
Yeah,
is now your temple.
this is now the
Because
temple.
this is sacred ground. This is where you
Yeah.
descended.
Yeah.
They're gonna create like a really special place like in that little square foot area where you descended, and so
And to increase my impact, I wanted to use my unending abundance miracle.
okay.
The land I designate within a 10-mile radius becomes impossibly fertile.
That's just gonna be this whole city.
Crops erupting in mere hours and feeding any number of people in that area.
Holy shit.
Oh
And
man.
the persistent fertility counts as a beneficial feature to any faction that controls the land. I don't know what that means, but
It'll help spread the word.
right.
You have a official social media team now as well. Whenever you're in the Bright Republic, they'll always follow you around unless you're killed.
It can be called Q-Book.
There you go.
Nice.
So they're gonna be tweeting and like sharing video of just like as much as possible when you're here. So all to create a mystique and an image of you, though, not just every single waking moment, but just to show that you're just always working miracles and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They're the best, very highly skilled.
So like while I'm in town, I can
Yep.
stockpile footage and they can release it periodically
Oh yeah,
in my absence.
Okay, so this city will basically, since you have 100% devotion rating here, it will pretty much just run itself self promotion for you. But if there's specific ways that you want to guide it or like lay down a few instructions before you leave, this would be the time.
Can I stay in touch with the author via email?
To a certain degree. Once you leave the Bright Republic, you're gonna have to really manage the battery life of one of their highly advanced mobile tablets, which can survive off of node technology, but you want to use low power mode for it. So, like, you could exchange email for probably about a year on that thing before it would go dead. So
I could definitely come back each year. Maybe I will.
You need to command them to cease their business with the Delimbian Republic and to begin doing business with the Empire.
They currently not.
Right now, it's probably about a 70-30 split. Like 70% towards Delimbi, 30%.
What do the Delimbians believe?
They believe in ancestor worship.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can. That can make sense. Be like, you worship.
They have like the Chinese folk religion. That's kind of what they base it off of. So yeah.
And the Patrians believe in the one true God.
Yep.
So, for this instance, I will allow some blasphemy if you proclaim that you are the one true God.
Yeah.
Right.
Or maybe his avatar or something like that.
Yeah.
I will go along with that.
Hugh God the True God starts trending on Twitter.
So their technology is is it stuck kind of in their area because of like something?
It runs off these like celestial
ethereal nodes, I think they're called, and they're in a handful of places on this island. And basically
it's like the Protoss
pylon energy. Yep. So the further you get away from them, they'll just start shutting down completely.
Yeah. And the ones they do have are already sort of
like decaying.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's more. Nothing's more important to the Bright Republic than maintaining and trying to better understand these nodes, because it's how they're keeping their whole society together. So.
Cool.
But this is a new breath of optimism, at least for this part of the Bright Republic, because now they were probably about 98% non-religious before you guys came, and now it's this whole new component to their lives. So, all right,
aren't you glad I convinced you to go for the bag?
Yeah, this is great.
Bags are
that was
great.
like a perfect effect for Thomas. The only one that isn't like an independent.
You were really cultivating your religion here. So,
Oh well, I don't know how long I'm staying here, but I want to.
Not too long.
I want to just lay out the instructions. Well, they're making this a temple. I want at least one temple here. You know, depending how big the city is, they might make a few different.
It's going to be the Hugh God.
That's up to them. That's up to them really to decide how many churches they want to build. But
yeah, I mean, it comes down to demographics. But your legal team tells you that they're going to proceed with this first mega church. And then based off of about 1 month of data collection, they'll decide probably just how big to make the next one. So they're in their testing phase right now.
I tell them that my full.
They ask if you want to make it city law to attend church. It's mandatory.
Theocracy.
And then also what the punishment would be for first time offense, second time offense,
pregnancy.
Yep.
Every reward.
So everybody will stay pregnant year round, and then if they don't go to church, they miscarriage.
Yeah. I'll say yes. Once a month, they must make the
mandatory attendance
to Hugh Stadium.
I picture like Futurama like style like tubes traveling everywhere into the city.
They also ask what percentage of the revenue do you demand for your own
tribute
purse? Because they say, you know, whatever you leave for them is how they're going to run, you know, the infrastructure, the clergy, also all the basic city functions, but you do stand to profit greatly from this, of course.
Just demand their firstborn.
Oh my god.
For your entourage.
Let it be known that
Let it be known.
I do not require money, only devotion.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's that'll definitely give you some new followers on the internet as well as in person. So that's good.
And Hugh book.
Yeah, and before leaving, I'll say.
And that also means they're going to be able to run your operations with extreme efficiency because they have full control of the funding. So, and the thing is too is Bright Republic currency is it's tied to their central banks. So it actually doesn't have a lot of value as opposed to like gold coins and some of the more antiquated currency used in the rest of Akram. So that was a pretty good move, I'd say, on your part.
Okay. And I'll let the people know before I leave that my full strictures will be coming soon.
They'll be live Twitter update everywhere. Hey everyone, got a great new stricture
everywhere where books and ebooks are sold.
All right,
but
Stricture will continue in the comments below. 256 characters only. Bullshit. First rule:
it's really like a
increase the amount
blog
of
series.
characters.
My strictures is really a blog series. It's a living document.
It's a Tumblr.
Fucking Godbound.
But to start with, just stay fertile.
okay.
So like
Okay,
slogan.
yes.
Hey, stay fertile
I'll
out
make
there.
everyone that was in the stadium when I arrived. If I'm still in the stadium, I don't know exactly what's going on, but
They're pregnant.
yeah.
They're all great.
You tell them that?
They'll know.
When the time is right.
I just feel like you haven't told anyone that you've made them pregnant.
It's just a calamity hitting the land.
Okay, I will communicate with the Emperor. Your Majesty, it is Tempest.
Yes, how is everything going?
We have arrived in Pinnacle, in the Bright Republic. The entire city now worships Hugh God.
Remarkable. That is an astounding feat.
They will cease trading with the Delimbians, and
Good.
you should be hearing word from them soon.
It says, here they have really excellent plastic airtight containers. We're looking forward to getting our hands on those to outfit our soldiers on the long expeditions. Excellent.
And what would you have me do next, Your Majesty?
He says, there is a situation in the Confederacy. He says,
Dark place.
yes, I could provide you the briefing now. In fact, if you are able to reach the point that I designate, it would save you quite a trip as opposed to returning to the capital.
Very well.
Okay. Get my where is it? Here we go. Yes. Okay. My spy has reported that there is one of the Black Academies that is now under some sort of contract with the Delimbian Empire. In exchange for unknown goods and favors, this academy is going to be attempting a ritual, which, if successful, will forever poison and dry up all the land of our noble fatherland, Patria. I have been told that even if water or other fertility is magically reintroduced to the land, if this process is completed to fulfillment, nothing will be able to help our people, and we will have to all be in exile and leave this area, which will be much like those bleak lands, for instance.
This is most grave.
Yes, and I wonder what exactly the Delimbians paid this academy for this service. But at any rate, I have an agent in Berzova. His name is Antonius Titus. He has been attempting to locate this academy. I would like for you and your party to meet with him and see if he has located where exactly this temple is located in those swarming foothills in the Confederacy. Once you find that academy, stop, interrupt, do whatever it takes to end the ritual. Put the entire temple to the sword, spare no one, And if you are successful in doing this and stopping the ritual, by the time this this trade embargo is kicking in with this area of the Bright Republic, I believe we'll be ready to begin preparations for the complete invasion of Dulanbai, the annihilation of our ancient foe.
Excellent. It will be done, Your Majesty.
I'm glad to hear this.
Okay. We've got a goal in sight.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I want to make it so they have to bring, or when they're pregnant, they have to come to a huge temple, and because I can see them perform miracles,
Yeah.
I can shape the conception
Yes, I know.
in the details. So like that way, every child that's born in the city is moon faced.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Yep. So just as a side thing that'll be going on.
You're a very busy man.
Just, I think each night before you like go into your low power mode, you just go in front of your monitor and just watch.
It's like Bruce Almighty. It's like yes to all.
Okay.
Okay. So we must fly again. Same routine, I guess.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with what we did last time.
The populace of your city is devastated that you're about to leave. Or are you keeping? Are you just going to make this a secret and just like fly off one night?
That'd be interesting. It'd be like, where is you, God?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta.
He has forsaken us.
Gotta leave him with like, I'll return.
Yeah. No, I will. I will make an announcement on social media. I'll just say I am off. I must spread the word to further lands, but I'm leaving you with my gifts and blessings. While I'm gone, be fruitful and multiply. And remember to visit the Hugh Temple once a month, as I declare.
I think at the end of every single one of your tweets, you need to have a little eggplant with the water symbol.
Oh my god.
So it is.
I'm sure there's a custom Hugh God emoji, like a lion with a man face.
There's like probably like 10 of them by now. Okay.
You got verified so quickly.
All right. So you're given your long distance radio wave low or power conserving tablet. So that is one gift. Any other? Pretty much almost like all other gadgets, some of that high-tech stuff will not be able to really travel with you, although if there are any sort of modern curiosities you guys want to bring along, this will be like your last chance to get them. So like if you want sunglasses or stuff like that, that's leather jackets, that's
Oh, I absolutely want a leather jacket.
okay.
Yeah.
They have like flip-flop sandals and stuff like that.
Can I get a duster? I want a leather duster.
Yep.
Perfect. That's what I want.
I want lots of watertight bags.
Okay. They have like industrial grade Ziploc
Yes.
for you.
I just take.
All right. There's like a 200 pack in a
yes.
cardboard box.
Oh, good.
I wonder if we could get
Burn it down.
Yes, I burned it to ash. I put it in another bag.
Do you want a plane? Do you want like a private jet?
That won't last long. We'll crash.
Pretty much the moment the fuel runs out, there won't be anyone in the rest of the continent who can like resupply your fuel.
But what you could do is make it pregnant. Make the fuel pregnant.
You could make the fuel pregnant, yeah.
With a shot. I don't know.
You're constantly burning up babies.
Oh my god!
A true transportation of a god.
It runs on souls.
Baby souls. Just that's the real
Yeah, I'm
reason.
thinking in the modern world, like what in this world would I want in the Middle Ages?
We don't need anything. We're gods.
Get a Tesla.
Gods.
You're right. Like,
I mean, I just got bags because I want to put more ashes and stuff.
There's a celebrity
I just wanted to look
as
cool.
you're about to leave.
So got a
Tom
duster.
Cruise.
Like or no, it'll be like a Brad Pitt equivalent. He says that he has always felt, even though he had not known you until just a few days ago, he knew that you were out there and that this was destiny, and he gives you some signed Blu-rays of his movies and
Prad bit.
yeah,
Bad bit.
he says
In Oceans 4.
he says internet's a crazy place. He says this may not be true, so please forgive me, Hugh God, if I am in error, but I read a forum post that there's this weird bag that you carry around.
Oh my god.
Do you think I might be able to take a look at that?
Under one condition.
Anything.
You represent me in my upcoming biopic.
In the dramatization, he says,
Prad bit is
The passion
Alright.
and the passion of Hugh.
oh yeah, he says, they should love that down in Axis and all the other areas on the coast. Yes, it would be my honor. Absolutely.
We'll stay in touch. I'll give you my agent's number.
Okay.
Who's your agent?
He's got agents. He's got agents now.
I feel like I have a team of something. They need to
Social media.
Yeah, I'm sure anybody
help me develop my.
Anybody would be.
You
willing
have
to
like
be honest.
5 or 6 teams already. They're like all like very well staffed.
All right, then with that he can drop in the bag.
Okay.
Am I there for this?
I mean, you have to be.
I hope so.
Do I have to be?
Well,
You're-
It's your bag. You're the bag.
Unless I give him the baby bag.
Oh, you have the baby. He has a baby bag.
This could be just a private
All right,
meeting,
All right, baby bag.
and I'm not there.
Salt away.
Hope
The
he
city explodes.
No one knows what'll happen to that bag.
Does Golk
Next
Golk
city
know
he
what's
enters,
happening? Like,
worships
anytime
him.
someone falls asleep,
I think he's far enough away now that he does not.
so like his word, his bag word is just.
Civil War.
It's dormant right now.
He represents me in the biopic. He's worshiping him.
Yep.
It's like a false
That would
idol.
be-
I'm gonna crush
It'd
him
be 40.
Oh, he was so close.
to the ultimate one.
He would have been become
Crad,
God.
Crad bit gets to 50. We get to finally know what it is.
Then you want to take him along.
Yeah.
That's all I'd say.
I already want to take Prad bit along.
Oh, he's gotta get ready for his role.
He does the levitating thing now, like Golk does.
Oh, so you can't ever
Perfect.
touch the ground.
Perfect.
1
for the
millimeter
biopic.
away from any surface. He's like, I feel like I'm walking on air. It's the greatest feeling in the world.
My gift to you.
I'm seeing in the sun of walking on sunshine.
All right, and he like dances along with it, and he signs a sombrero and throws one to you.
Perfect. I'm going to wear it though.
Sombrero. Like it.
A duster and a sombrero. That is what I'm wearing now.
It's a great outfit. Well, it was an enchanting time in the Bright Republic, and you've made some good inroads here, and and you've achieved Tempest's his trade embargo goal. So this is all.
Alright.
I think it's all wrapped up here.
Far darker adventure awaits.
Yeah. Away from the bright lights of the city. Who's the Birdman? Phil?
I'm
I'm
a normal man.
He's just a normal man.
Let's get a D20.
Weapons to fly.
Oh, right.
7.
I have a 17.
I'll take it.
Okay.
No longer have
Thomas,
17.
you're the Night Flyer.
Night flyer.
Yeah.
Let's get a D20. This can be a new day.
Oh, new day.
Yep.
Natural 20.
It's gonna be a 20.
It's Nate.
It's 20.
You guys managed to fly into the jet stream, and your average is probably about 230 miles an hour. You're going really fast.
boy.
Shit.
So, to the Emperor's delight,
I hope you got some like goggles while we were there.
you just have a constant like jitter now for the rest of your life. No, the Emperor's delight. It takes you 6 days to make it to Berzova as you're descending down. So,
Nice.
yep. Those crits are nice.
That's the second one.
Yep.
And the rerolls.
Rolls, baby.
Now use this one.
No, that would be cheating. Cheating.
Okay. So Berzova is a town in the northwestern corner, the Rakhine Confederacy. this is a war-torn land, in summary, since it's kind of wedged between Dulimbai, the Oasis states, Patria. It also borders Rogzova, or whatever the Tsar robot land is called. Nezdova, thank you. So this is a land of border wars, and most of the towns will not even rival the Oasis state pyramids in size and splendor. But all throughout this countryside, there are various hills where you see either foreboding, shadowy-looking temples or ruins of long-forgotten, abandoned, and derelict sites. Any one of these could be home to an active Black Academy.
Do we see any monsters roaming the countryside?
Not on your approach, since you were kind of coming in right at the tip of the country here. You didn't have to fly over the whole cross section. So so far, you have not seen any Shoggoths or anything of that nature.
All right.
But the very town of Berzova just seems like there's a shadow hanging over it. The structures are not built for leisure, but are usually cold with few windows and narrow streets as you descend down. And according to His Majesty Emperor Claudius, his agent Antonius Titus has been operating here in the city now for about a month, and he has no new information to share with you regarding his last report. So first order of business, he has stated, will be to find him and see what he has learned about the Black Academy that is plotting against noble Patria.
Okay. Well, let's... Do we see anybody around us?
Oh yeah, there are people in the streets. Most of them very quiet, heads down, minding their own business.
I want to play very cheerful music for all of them.
God.
Okay, about 5 seconds into your song, a guard comes up to you and he says, "Sir, what are you doing?"
You look like you needed a little cheering up.
He says, "Cheering up, that's just a fool's hope."
This forces him to feel this emotion. By the way, this isn't me just playing music. This is me committing an effort.
Perhaps this will be the year that the darkness peels back.
I mean, if he's a worthy foe, he gets to save his throw. But I didn't think there would be that many here.
I'd like to join his music, and I'll sing with my banner of passion to double the cheer.
They're doubling their effort for cheerfulness.
It's just trying to make everyone happier.
Well, the guard smiles as if it's something that he hasn't done in years. It's very difficult for him.
It's like the Terminator.
I cannot help but be cheered by this tune. Mind you, we must be careful not to play for too long. Don't want to attract any strange creatures or threats to the town as well.
We wouldn't want that.
Fine.
It looks like he's still happy even though the song ends, because the magic is hanging on to him. So.
We seek a Patrian living in this city.
He says there are a few that have been visiting, but of course the most high profile has been staying at the Red Oak Tavern. He gives you some directions. It's a little bit further up the hill. Under a large willow tree overlooking the creek near the town's border. He says he has been staying there. Titus something.
Very good.
Good day to you all.
Okay.
Play a quick 1 second song to make him happy again. As I was going to walk away.
Alright, let's head to the
Red Oak Tavern. Okay. Yep, it's kind of like I'd say a 3-story stone building. It's a little bit broader than a lot of the tall, kind of tower-like homes that dot the city. But yes, it's certainly well maintained. You don't see any crumbling stone in the upkeep, and There is a neatly pruned hedge that runs around, and going through the doorway, you find there's a very alert, pale, kind of older gentleman strumming his fingers at the counter where all the little keys are hanging behind him. He says, "Oh, new visitors, a little bit early, but you are welcome all the same."
What do you mean early?
He says, "Most of our clientele only come for dinner unless they're spending the night. Will you be requiring rooms?"
Yes.
No.
2 answers. Only one is truth, I would say.
We're looking for a man named Antonius Titus.
You see a shadow fall across his face.
Well, it looks like he needs to be happy.
He says, "Your luck is cursed, I'm afraid."
That is false.
False! How dare you! I will never have anyone tell me that. He says, there's some unpleasant business last night. We heard yells from his room. And, well, I believe the guard captain who came over this morning is still investigating the scene.
Scene.
Yes.
May we examine it as well? He was a friend of ours.
Oh, you're in association with this man?
Well, we were.
Roll a charisma, only -4.
That is 10 against 3.
Okay. He nods and says, "Well, I wasn't expecting any of his relations or partners to come by, but certainly that is appropriate. I will lead you up to his room."
Lead on.
Okay. Takes you up to the 3rd floor at the very end of the hallway. He asks for you to wait a moment as he knocks on the door and informs the guard captain of who is visiting outside. The guard captain comes back to the door with the innkeeper, and he kind of just quickly glances over you all, and he says, "Oh, I can see that you're definitely a fellow Patreon. It's a bit grisly. I'm sorry that this happened to your countrymen while under our town's watch, but I assure you, doing everything we can to get to the bottom of it. And mind the sight; it is unpleasant." And he opens the door for you guys to enter in.
Okay.
Okay. It looked like that this agent, Mr. Antonius Titus, was kind of sitting at a table right next to the only window in the room, perhaps enjoying an evening meal or doing some late reading. You see both an open book and a plate of slightly rotten food sitting in front of him. And as he sits at the table, you can see that his flesh is mummified.
Ooh.
And although his teeth are all very white and looking fresh and healthy. There was a scream last night, as the innkeeper told me, and well, I suppose early this morning, and well, we've been trying to make observations, but it's difficult. So please take a look yourselves. I'll get out of your way. And he exits the room with the innkeeper.
Okay. Is there any signs of forced entry?
Let's get...
We had a guy once who could investigate this.
Yeah? Who?
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Let's get a wisdom
I don't think
-6.
you've ever met this person before.
Wisdom
Yeah.
-6.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to re-roll.
Alright.
I'm gonna salt it. That was a 10.
Yep.
That's even worse.
Can you do anything else with that?
I can keep salting.
Can I play him a light song of inspiration?
Sure. He plays like the Law and Order theme,
Doo-dum.
and it'll only be a -5 now.
Was I helping with
God
these
damn it!
rolls? Oh my god!
Someone else should do this shit.
What are you doing? What are you rolling?
It's a wisdom check to examine the room. As long as Studs plays his theme, it'll be a -5 check.
I will
the same
play.
wisdom with you.
Well, you should try so I can salt this away.
I can investigate as well.
18
See, look.
Okay.
plus 1, 19. -5, 14.
Okay.
Quick
You
math.
got the intruder. Certainly did not come in from the door. You see absolutely no signs of disturbance. Everything is as it should be. In the windowsill, there's remnants of a strange-looking powder, and it does kind of strike you as one potential point of entry, especially when you're accustomed to flying around so much. You know that a third story would not necessarily grant any added security to certain threats.
So powder in the window.
Yep, just a very fine layer along the sill.
I say Phil. Or, what's your name?
I say Phil.
My name is
See.
Dukef.
Dukef. Smell this powder.
Give it a sniff.
Okay, you pass out on the spot and take 1 damage.
Why?
Roll each round you can roll a d20.
Okay.
Oh, that's perfect.
Here, give us.
So you can roll a d20.
Okay, here's a d20.
Drooling in the back seat.
19.
Driving
Okay,
the car.
you wake up about 10 seconds later.
What the hell was that?
So I don't know what.
Blazes?
Apparently it's dangerous.
You didn't even sniff it. Try again.
You don't remember?
Are you prone to fainting spells?
Affecting smells. What is this?
Nah.
What is this powder?
Huh. I don't know. I just noticed it here. I thought it might have been connected to the intruder.
Who is the highest passive wisdom, highest wisdom attribute?
Score.
13.
God, I'm
13.
low.
13.
Okay, you
Then-
all right. You all get the sense that determining exactly what this powder is would be impossible without like a proper laboratory.
Fuck, I should have salted away.
I pull out.
Can we do a flashback?
Salt
Burn it.
I want to give him the
I
3
didn't,
instead of that roll.
I didn't even need to burn it. I've
So
got a watertight bag
Yeah, you
with
could've
me.
just
One of
let
two.
I could have
go.
just let it
Yeah, but what
go.
if something-
Damn it.
That was a waste of opportunity.
Burn it.
Give it to him
But I
again.
happen to know where a full laboratory could be found.
I put the
Huge
powder.
city.
I put the powder in a Ziploc bag.
I should have asked for like a mail service.
Delivery.
Yeah.
Amazon
Baby's
from
first
drones.
lab kit. Yep. So I mean, like an alchemy lab, not necessarily. I mean, certainly a modern. lab
Actually,
would be
I have
able
a
to-
perfect ability. I'm a least word. I can wrap up a sample and send it on a carrier pigeon to the right city to
Okay,
analyze.
well here's a bag with the sample.
I could send.
A plastic bag.
I've got a plastic. It's air water
I
tight.
could send Ethan. You just can't send anyone.
It's like, what is that bird? Kill it.
Well, at least like he'll be a human and can communicate then.
Yeah.
Like to.
But if he becomes human to communicate, then he won't be able to fly back. Unless they give him a little.
I mean, he has the
plane.
word beast now,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't know if Sean would let that be the case. He just has the power of it.
What am I What are you asking me? If he can transform from human to bird?
Yeah, can I spend a domain to allow him to do it once, or an influence or whatever that might be?
For a one-time effect like that, I'd probably do it as an influence.
Can I spend an influence to allow him to turn himself back into a bird for his flight home?
Yep, let's go with 2 influence.
2 influence,
Yep.
perfect. And that's like once per. Oh, you get those back
per month.
Yep.
You get it back once you stop.
Yeah, it's
committing.
something you
Yeah.
commit and you rescind
Yep.
to get
Alright.
back.
I'll commit until he arrives back.
All right.
Can you sniff that powder again?
I'm,
He said
No,
he
I give it.
goes
I
out
give
the
it.
door.
Ethan's got it.
okay.
Give it another try.
I'm
No,
going to play him a
No,
song of
I'm gonna
inspiration
stop time and shove it
For a
down your
bit.
nose.
to inspire him.
down my nose.
I gotta get rid of these shit rolls.
And Phil, can you bag this powder in one of your bags?
I did.
Okay. Did he pass out again?
No.
I think Ethan just flew off with it.
Yeah, there's still some left on the sill.
Yeah, I bag the rest of it. I give a bag to you.
There's some on the sill?
Not anymore.
God damn it. He's got a small bag of.
Yep. And the other bag went with Ethan's
on the way to the lab.
What are you doing here?
Just a bag of
they're
blow.
just analyzing it.
No, what are you doing with the other bag?
I didn't know it. I didn't mean to have another one.
Oh. Phil gave it to you.
You asked for some sample.
Alright. Well, I wanted to put the sample on Ethan.
But that was the first bag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I guess I have a second bag. There's a miscommunication.
You have a tiny
Throw it at
second bag.
Open it up.
You should actually do that. Hold on to it. And like the next person that wants to fight it, just go.
You're just
Blow it in their
let me
face.
get this bag out.
Yeah, I'll just hold on to it. I don't need this. Just open it back up. Flies and pills.
We could steal something from someone by just like throwing it at them.
It's a good weapon or something. Or once I learn what it is, maybe I'll want it.
Okay, well, we have the mummified corpse here.
Yep.
And with good teeth.
Good
right?
teeth.
Yep.
Did
And as
that
I
guy
said,
talk to us?
on the table is like what he did not eat of his dinner, and there's like an open book.
What's in this book?
What is in the book?
It's about the bag.
Book of the Dead.
Do you all take a look at the book?
Yeah, we all huddle around it.
Okay.
Oh, hold on that question.
It looks like a bunch of nonsense, although Tempest would be the first one to notice that this seems to be written in some sort of code using Patreon history as the code. Like, it's just like looping cycles of like the names of heroes of the Republic and famous battles, and with enough time you could probably decipher what he had written.
Is there any powder on the book?
Given enough time, you can say for certainty there's no powder on the book.
Okay.
Are there any drinking receptacles in this?
Yes, there's a goblet of wine that's about 1/3 of the way full.
We'll drink it.
I drink it.
You're dead.
Oh,
Okay.
And these salts, these are coming out this time. I'm missing this one.
If this is the cause of his death,
Yeah.
then you just
There-
willingly drink
Yeah,
it.
there was some powder that had gotten into the drink.
Oh.
Oh no!
So, you can give me a Constitution -8.
Ooh. Constitution -8. I was born to make
It's
this.
going to be 3 no matter what you roll.
10 -8 is 2, which is less than 8.
He's gonna
Which is my constitution.
No, he doesn't need
No,
to
I'll
sell
leave,
it.
I'll leave that one.
That's a failure.
Okay.
I'll leave that one.
I thought you wanted to get rid of it while
You
it's
pass
cold,
out.
anyway.
You'll
And take 3 damage.
You'll keep going.
Alright.
Why?
He's drunk again.
And then this is the first round, so roll a d20.
13.
Okay, you wake
So
up.
3.
Okay, you do not wake up.
But I want to ride the street. Can I play a slumber song for him? So yes.
A lullaby.
Yeah, lullaby.
Alright, you can add a -1 to your d20 roll.
My next roll.
Alright, nothing else happens for the first round, so second round, roll d20.
13.
It's a 10.
-1.
-1, so it goes below. Okay. You take 2 damage.
Oh my god!
Okay. Now we just re-roll until he dies.
Alright,
No, that would be a very...
I'll stop.
Vindictive day. Third round.
I'll stop my music.
You're Godbound. You automatically wake up. But you have a horrible headache, and intelligence and wisdom checks will be made at massive penalties until you rest.
Okay, do I still have the goblet?
Yep, you're. It was like kind of like. So you
I need to rest.
That was good.
you finished the rest of the wine.
Okay, dude.
You
Okay.
just downed it.
I'm gonna pull out another bag. I'm gonna turn the goblet into ash and drop it in the bag.
Fucking ass.
One ash bag of goblet. And I hand it to Samuel to hold on to.
Okay.
Well, it seems like this man was poisoned to death.
Let me see your teeth. Are they good?
They're whiter than they even normally are.
Wow. I say, your theory.
But his skin also looks a lot paler than normal.
No.
I think you're onto something.
Yep.
Am I gonna die?
I don't know. Take another drink.
Now he finished the drink.
I finished it.
Yeah.
Return it to its previous form.
keeping good hold
Let's
of
see
it.
what. I can't even see where this object has been.
I mean, if anyone had the time where they would,
I could do it to a person if they were alive.
we could.
I can consume his name so I can appear as him. Oh, and I get his memories.
Ooh,
What is that one?
Alive.
I knew everything he knew.
the dead body.
Yeah.
Holy
Even
shit!
if he's dead.
Yes. Lesser or fresh human corpse.
How fresh?
How fresh
I don't know
is
how
he?
fresh.
Try it out and find out.
Try it out.
So yeah, I must consume him.
I understand. The question is he fresh? It turns out,
Fresh enough for you.
as information starts rushing into your head, apparently he was.
Nice.
Ooh.
Okay.
What word is that?
Well, he had a long day.
What word is that?
Bait.
He, you also understand his journal now.
Perfect.
Oh.
Wow, that was simple.
Boom.
Alright, so he's convinced that this Black Academy is operating under the Order of the Purple Robes. There's a river fisherman named John Marsh, who he has discovered is his best chance of finding where the Academy is, as he provides food to the Academy directly and makes deliveries once a week. From his memories, you actually determine that John Marsh is due to make a delivery tonight and will be leaving the riverfront in about 4.5 hours.
If we kill him, I can pretend to be him.
The leader of the town, Donald Capers, is being blackmailed by the Purple Robes as well. A curse has been placed on his son, and he's powerless to resist them, as he is more preoccupied with ensuring that his son survives, and has been providing them various favors and unrestricted access to the town. So the ruler of this little town is being blackmailed. He was also trying to gather information, and he was about to send a report to the Emperor. You see that he had a little envelope in his vest pocket, as he's like right now, but he had put it there. He was going to send a dispatch to the Emperor very nearly before he died, and send his junior agent, Camilla Aurelius, who is in another area of town, with the dispatch. As he has speculated that some of the payment issued by the Delimbians to the leader of this monastery includes a soulthorn amulet, a jade dragon talisman, high lordship promised for eternal status in Dulimbai, and something known as the Mask of the First Ancestor, which he has no knowledge of what exactly it does. So, extensive payment was issued to the monastery, which means he is convinced that they are able and are in the process of preparing this ritual to forever blight Patria.
Okay.
That is the gist of useful info.
What exactly are they using the town for?
About 20 young boys have been taken from this town,
Oh my god.
as well as a handful of other people. But apart from that, they use this town as a resupply point, and the main agent in this is this fisherman John Marsh, who provides them his bounty of fish once a week.
Silence Marsh. Okay. We must go speak with this fisherman.
Do you relay this?
Yeah, I'll fill you guys in on everything.
Let's go find this fisherman.
And kill him.
Should I appear as Antonius Titus?
Good.
I mean, I know all the conversation I've had with this guy.
He's never confronted John Marsh directly about his connection to the Black Academy. He's had interactions with him, and from limited observation, he can tell that John Marsh is a master of the local riverway and can lose just about anyone when he takes his boat out at night. But
Yeah, he's
so
a true boatman.
right, so he's never followed him all the way to wherever this academy is in the hills, but he's convinced that he'll be going there again tonight. So
I have an idea. You pretend to be this John guy after we kill him, and I'll pretend to be a fish, and then I'll infiltrate the place and kill them all within.
we're just gonna have like 50 earthquakes, so it's not like I just need to know where it is. It's not a big deal. Alright, I'll go as Titus.
Okay.
And we'll go to this fisherman.
What way do you leave the room?
That's true.
Through the window.
The guard captain says, "How's it going in there?"
Aren't you deception?
Yes.
Can't you just put a like illusion over me? Change face.
Over you?
Yeah, you can make illusions.
I mean, I can commit. Not. Oh yeah, I can create a perfect illusion of sound, smell, and seeming.
Yeah.
Make it smell real weird in here.
Why?
He doesn't even want to come in. It smells so
You guys
weird.
want no part with
The mummy's corpse.
So yeah, I guess
Rotting something fierce.
I'll have to.
Just make me look like
Commit.
Tempest.
I think I have to commit effort for the day
Yeah.
Make you look like
for a
Tempest.
miracle. But yeah, I'll just make him look like himself.
Okay, when he leaves.
Yep.
Okay. Well, any luck?
You're going. I guess yeah, it would be sound too, so I can make him sound like Tempest too.
This guy could be in on it. No, this mystifies us.
Well, again, I'm sorry for your loss. We wish to be no enemies to the Patriot Empire, and we promise that we will attempt to bring justice to whatever happened to it.
I hope so.
I want to ask him one question.
Okay.
I was like, do you know what might have caused this peculiar death?
Well, I've never seen anything like this, but I have seen a fair share of strange demises. I mean, we are in the Confederacy, where the Black Academies are always looming in the hills. So, no, I've never seen this exact death, but I'm sure there are a fair manner of curses, poisons, black magic that could cause such a death, but I'm afraid I can't pinpoint what it was.
I'm gonna commit effort to see if he's lying about.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
I know if he's lying.
At all times?
At all times.
Do you, do you really?
You don't sense any lie in his words.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
deceivers unblinking eye.
There's a handful of creatures that are immune to that ability that Mang has, but any like humans like not considered worthy foes would have no chance of ever being able to lie to him. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Alright. We will take our leave of this foul room.
Okay.
So, will you be staying the night then?
I'm afraid not.
Oh well.
This doesn't seem a safe place for Patrians.
Yeah.
Have a good stay in Berzova, all the same.
Where will we stay?
In the ruins of this ritual site, that's where we're staying.
That sounds miserable.
We will
You can drink
we
some
will
of that
rest
wine.
on our enemies' bodies.
Lucky for you, we have a powder that can help you sleep through.
Yeah, you can sleep anywhere.
I think that killed me. Powder used to kill men.
Well,
Maybe
you're no
someday
man.
you'll establish a telepathic connection with Golk too. If you ever need his advice.
I'm not. I can teleport.
would a
pretty,
man
I
ever
can
know
teleport
his
pretty
way?
close to him if I ever wanted to.
Yeah, I know. Just one Oasis state away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's head to John.
Okay. Yep, he is at the small little dock area of this river town. And it looks like he's not really meaning to leave for a while still. And he kind of leans up against a large barrel near his ship and folds his arms as he sees you all approach. And he just gives a curt nod.
John?
He takes another look at you, and you see confusion on his face, saying, Titus, I heard you were dead.
Rumors of my demise have been greatly exaggerated.
I see that. Well, hope the day's treating you well apart from that, then.
Well, I should say so. I heard a rumor about you, John.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you have. There's a lot of loose tongues in town.
Yeah, one too many, I'd say. I hear you're working with some shady figures.
He says, well, if you mean not all my deliveries go to Granny Smith, I suppose that's true. Man's got to make a living.
Right. But these figures are a little bit more dangerous than most. Doing some ritual stuff.
He says, oh yeah, I won't deny it. Not to you, Titus.
Wow. Alright. Well, I ain't gonna ask you to stop. But you're gonna be transporting a few extra things this time.
Okay. Depends what it is, but you are a reasonable man.
Well, it's me and my friends here.
Boat's gonna be sitting a little low in the water with the four of you.
Don't worry, we'll pretend to be your fish.
There's also Toyota. Are there other people with us too?
Yeah,
Like
there's a legion. Don't we have like?
We don't have to take them everywhere.
When do we drop
Where
them
are they
off?
gonna go?
Leave them at the tavern.
Yeah.
All right,
You
they're-
said-
okay.
Yeah.
Do you give the
Toyota's a
Legionnaires a little stipend to stay there?
Sure,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna use.
What about Toyota?
Yeah, that's freakish.
Your child.
Yeah,
make them like their pet dog in town.
he definitely would produce great interest and maybe even questions.
Yeah, I feel like I need a traveling like routine for him. Like that's more acceptable. Like like you said, I could turn him into like a dog.
When we're in town, he's a dog.
Okay.
Dog. He's gonna grow up thinking he's a dog.
No, he's gonna have a weird childhood.
He was never meant for a normal one.
He was not meant for this life.
No, he's not meant for this world.
We're just realizing now that his childhood's gonna be all weird. At some point in his teenage, he'll have 4 men riding on his back.
Torn between existences.
Born of 2 fathers.
I'd like to use
A father and a daddy.
I'd like to use a gift on this John we're talking to.
Okay.
To instantly quell all fear from him.
Okay.
Yes.
He seems quite calm.
Good. No fear. This lasts until
He's never
I
more
release him
confident
from
in
the
his plan
effect.
to rob us.
Okay. He says, all right. So you and your dog.
That's one ugly dog.
Again, the weight's a little bit problematic, but I think we'll still stay afloat.
Well, you might have to leave a few fish behind this time.
He says, little coin for the special cargo.
Fair is fair.
Okay. I think you have a wealth of like.
I have 2.
Okay, yep. So you're able to manage the bribe without not even a bribe, just the payment without difficulty. All right. Now it would arouse a little suspicion if we don't come during my scheduled time, as you understand. So
I agree.
you guys just hang loose for a few more hours, and just when the sun is concealed over that little spire over there, it'll be time for us to go.
Alright. Don't get squirrely on us now, John.
Says squirrely's not my nature.
Alright. John, I'll be waiting. John.
Nice. Well, very good.
Okay. Well, let's hang out at the tavern, I guess.
Do you think there's any chance that he might back out?
I don't know. Was he lying to me?
Nothing he said to you was a lie.
There you go. What more can I say?
I don't trust that entirely.
You want to wait here then?
No.
Alright, then what do you want to do?
I'm going to hide there as a mouse, so but he doesn't see me transform.
That's some boring shit.
Well, I mean, You guys can still go to the tavern. I'm not going to do anything. Once the time comes and you guys come, if you didn't do anything, then I'm just there.
Okay. I'm gonna sample some Racteen ale.
They all have the powder in it.
It's dark ale.
I do have wine with me.
And what am I used to in Patria?
No, I mean it's just like
it's
contributing
dark.
to like the shadowy.
Dark.
Yeah,
Dark.
It's perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
I pull out some ash from a bag and it turns into a cup. I leave it for you and I pour some more ash.
I'm not
in.
there.
Aren't you a mouse? You're staying
Yeah.
there?
Oh, you did that. You did that back there.
Back out here, yeah. And I pour some ash and turn it into wine.
And knock it over.
My favorite ass wine. I mean ash wine. Yeah. Okay. Well, you can drink your zip. You can drink your like Franzia wine bag there.
I left it for him.
He poured it into his ash cup.
Yeah.
He poured ash wine. Then I knocked it over.
I see.
Ash is
So
ash.
it's just a mixture of wine and
Yeah, we're
ash.
pouring.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pouring wine into my ass.
That's how all the kids are doing it nowadays.
What's meaning to you?
No.
Ethan Eagle's written down here.
Yeah, but so it's
Proximus.
Flavius and Ricola.
Was that? Do you think that's Sean? Is that Sean's note?
Might be Sean's note.
Does this mean anything to you?
And great name. Who was Flavius? I don't know.
I remember the name, but
Just remember the name. Eat Flavius.
Oh yeah, this looks like your notes. Like it's
Yeah,
Tom,
you should give me all
Bert,
those.
and Studs and
don't
like
look at his note.
Venezuela.
What?
Oh, but I actually wanted one piece of notepaper.
You can have this.
Right.
That actually looks like.
Oh,
yours.
this wasn't mine. I
Yeah.
have Bismuth written down.
Yeah.
That's my one and only note. It hasn't come up yet, but I have an Bismuth.
Yep.
It came up last time. You
Oh, yeah.
swallowed all the sand.
Yeah, you're
It was very useful.
Yeah,
Wait, what happened?
there was a chamber filling with sand.
He just ate it all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep. So that was his solution. It was a good solution. Bought him a lot of time. Okay. So you're going to do mouse surveillance for the next few hours.
Yep.
Okay. He is like having a little lunch. You see him like skinning a fish. He broils it. He has a tendency of muttering to himself quite a bit.
Weird man.
Yep. He eats his fish.
That's John Marsh you're talking about.
Idly like throws his knife against like some like empty barrel, retrieves it, goes back, throws it, retrieves it.
Is he accurate with that?
Yes.
I wasn't going to do anything. I just wanted to know.
Mm-hmm. And now it looks like he's going to catch a small nap before his voyage.
Cool.
Yep.
Alright. So I'll just keep chilling
Okay.
until time goes by.
All right.
Secret notes.
Strictures.
Oh,
My
good.
first tweet.
Yeah.
I think you should make a real life tweet, like Twitter, and like tweet these out
Send
too.
bird messengers
Call
into
it
there.
Hugh God.
Hugh Strictures.
Start a new religion.
Okay. So Studs has an illusion. The illusion you put on Tempest was only temporary.
It was until I decided to stop it. I stopped it as soon as we were like out of the inn.
Okay.
So that he appeared as what's his face?
Tempest, while you're sitting at the bar, a
oh shit! That's right.
a Patrian woman comes up to you. She's got like a hood up, and she says, "Antonius, how can this be?"
Who?
Says, "This is no time for jest."
Never met you before in my life.
She, well, because you still look like him, right? Yep. All right.
I don't give a shit.
She just gasped at you in shock, and kind of straightens herself out a bit and quickly leaves the tavern.
Okay.
He's Godbound. He ain't even know shit
No,
like that.
no, I know.
could have just revised her destiny if I wanted to.
Yeah. You remember from his memories that was his part, like, junior agent he was working with, that he was going to send the dispatch back to the Emperor for, so...
It's no longer necessary.
Nope.
You are the dispatch.
Yeah.
She should just flee with her life.
Do you want her to do that?
No.
Okay.
I want her just
Just
be
doing...
confused.
Okay, alright. That's fine. Alright. The time passes for John Marsh's journey. He's stretching himself out as he sees you guys return. Okay. Takes about an hour and a half or so.
Then we best be underway.
Yep. If one of you doesn't mind rowing, we can definitely keep it that way. Otherwise, it'll take a bit longer with all the extra weight.
I will fly like a half a foot above the boat.
I prefer if you don't do that.
I feel like you should be rowing.
Okay. How about I fly like
Best
an
be
inch
rowing,
above the
boy.
boat and row?
It's gonna be hard. You're gonna push on the orange. It's gonna push yourself.
Why do you have to fly?
Because it won't be as heavy.
Why?
Okay, it doesn't matter. I'll row. This is pointless.
All right.
I row.
Okay. He
has less fish in there specifically, so it wouldn't be as heavy.
But he said it was.
but he
heavy.
still needs to bring some fish.
Yep.
He's got 6 barrels.
It's quite a bit.
Yep. Well, and here's the catch though. About 20 minutes into your journey, he says there's this little spot along the way. They always have sentries there watching the little water gate bringing close to the temple. 4 of those barrels are empty. They're for you guys. That way we can get even closer without arousing suspicion, as I can see that you're minding your secrecy.
He's a smart man.
Alright. Climb in then.
He says, "Well, we've got about another half an hour or so. No need to make yourselves uncomfortable."
It's no uncomfort at all. I'll put a Toyota on my barrels, then I'll climb afterwards.
All right. That's one down.
I'll peek in these barrels. One of these barrels, right?
It's just full of powder.
If he looks,
Instant death.
if he looks in my barrel, it's just 2 fish.
It's a slow day.
Me and Toyota.
The barrel is mostly empty. There's like a little bit of residual moisture in there, and like, just it's got a fishy smell to it, but it's empty.
I enter the barrel.
Okay.
I start drinking wine.
I'm ready to turn into a bird and fly above it. But
Okay.
like whatever, like a I don't know, a bird that makes sense, like a seagull, I guess.
Sure.
If that
There's
makes
a few.
sense.
There's a few gulls.
Yeah, that's what I'll be.
Pigeons are becoming rarer the further you get away from the city, and then there's always just the small little birds of the forests and marshes as well. So you have a good variety of birds.
I will be a seagull.
Okay, Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
Under siege.
Yep,
Alright.
that is exactly who I am. Both wings.
Okay, that leaves the senator.
I mean, I'll wait.
Okay, yeah. He says, no need to get in this early.
Why would I
Okay.
sit in a fish barrel
All right.
for no reason?
Well, when you're fish.
When you're not a fish.
All right. About half an hour later, he says, all right, in a few minutes, we're going to be winding the bend where they have a good view of the whole riverway, so this will be your cue to get in.
Alright.
I think, well, you'll know when we're getting there. I'll give a little tap, letting you guys know it's all clear.
Not planning on selling us out, are you, John?
That's wild.
Let's see. This is an interesting question.
That's no good.
No, I know.
I'm gonna fucking read the hesitation on
Yeah.
his face.
you do see he's like uncomfortable with the question.
But he still lies to you. You just know if it's a lie, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says, I won't give you away.
He's telling the truth.
What he has said is true, but somehow there is deception involved in the response. But what he has said to you is true.
I don't like that.
No, I know.
I'm going to revise his destiny.
Okay.
He's going to tell me exactly what he was going to plan to do.
Okay.
And then he's going to faithfully escort us straight there with no funny business whatsoever.
Alright, and then it's done.
That's it.
Okay. He, you see like this strange sort of change come over his face. He says, oh, I'm sorry. And he takes a dagger and cuts out one of his eyes. Just, and he throws it onto the boat and stomps it. And he says, well, I'm afraid they know that somebody's coming, but I think I can still give them the shake for a bit. Get you as close as I can.
Oh my god. What just happened?
He cut out his own eye.
I guess
So there was like a magical link in one of his eyes that was broadcasting information to the
Jesus Christ.
There's nothing for it.
and you see him like grabbing bandage and just wrapping it around the gap that he has.
Dude, I'm guessing I get to see him do this all.
Oh yeah,
Badass thing I've ever seen.
He had no choice.
Nope, he's straight
I
with you now.
dictated it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But he says he's still pretty confident. Even before they can intercept you, he can guide you close enough that you can make out where it is.
What's going on out there?
Shut up!
He says barrels won't be necessary. They can get out of there. I'll leave him.
I overhear.
Yeah, if I overhear that, I'm getting out of this stinky barrel.
I come out.
He says every year if I don't serve these people, they have a way they can just snap their fingers, and that's the end of Joe Marsh as he keeps rowing stoically.
I thought your name was John.
Oh, sorry, John Marsh. No, he wasn't lying about that. He wasn't lying about that.
Sorry, that's my brother.
He goes, if you guys take care of these fellers, you'd be doing a big favor to the community.
I'm gonna burn this barrel,
Okay.
and put it in a bag.
Okay, roll a d20.
Sure. 15.
Okay.
I'm gonna replace with a 9.
All right.
That's for fern and everything.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
The fish oil on the deck of the boat actually sparks up from the flames, and he has a serious ship fire. That's oh God! What the hell you do that
I'm gonna commit effort to use my master of the furnace. I'm gonna shape and mold all flame with inside directing or extinguishing it as I wish.
for? Okay. While you did stop the fire, the odor of like the burnt fish oil is difficult to get rid of. So he says, "Oh, I can't do anything about that, at least for now."
Why you burn?
Why do you need to do
I
that?
could use it for later.
How much ash can you store on your person?
I don't know. I've got
There's
200 bags.
But
Depends.
that's not.
Samuel's got most of my ash right
You
now.
know what John should do? He would reach into the bag.
As penance.
Yeah.
Maybe it can restore his eye.
But that would be bad.
Or he
because
gets the
you see it
50,
Oh, he gets the 50.
Turns into
And
a
he'll be our
and he can
servant.
take care of it for you. Yeah,
He'll be our leader.
I don't have many rerolls left.
that's for the
It's
best.
Maybe.
It's risky.
I think we just gotta trust in John.
Okay.
Do I see anything up ahead that, like, any guards?
It's just placid countryside.
Alright.
You never know there was like some sort of dark citadel nearby. He says, "Just a few more minutes now, and there's a landing I can take you, and you'll be able to see the academy from there. Then it'll be, I'd say, about an 8 minutes walk." He says, I am sorry for what I did to you." He just nods.
Yes, I should. Yeah.
He says, "You aren't Titus, really, are you?"
What do you think?
Somehow, yes, you must be. I had to ask one more time.
I'll just nod.
You're like, you don't deserve to know.
Yeah.
Okay. He lets you off at this little stretch of raised turf that runs right alongside the river, so you can just step right off the boat. And yeah, sure enough, in a little valley here, as you've come up a little bit ways in elevation, you can see there is a monastery of some sort of, brick construction, although it looks black as if it suffered a large fire at one point in time, yet the structure still stands resolute. He says, there it is. The leader over there, his name's Arthans Malad, and I hear as far as these purple-robed guys goes, he's pretty high up there. So, yeah, I'm sure you guys can come prepared, but he'll know a few magic spells, that's for sure.
Da-dee-da.
He says, I imagine they're going to be coming for this location soon, so you should be quick.
What's the plan?
There.
Earthquakes.
We just killing everyone?
Yeah, that's what the Emperor said.
Okay.
If I spent 4 Dominion points,
Yeah.
how big of a sinkhole could I make?
I'm going to stay in the air.
If it's diminished
just to
like
make
permanent,
us-
it's just permanent sinkhole.
Permanent sinkhole.
This is now
This
Sinkhole
is a
City.
blighted land.
That's
This
a
is now
substantial,
Sinkhole City.
pretty substantial.
What city is this in?
This is the greatest threat to my empire I've ever witnessed.
Are we in the Dylanby?
Yeah,
No,
I
you're
guess
in
I
the
don't
Rack
really see
Team
that
Confederacy.
being a far-fetched idea for Tempest to have.
It's not. This is totally within his standard operating procedure.
Well, the earthquakes and sinkholes are, but like,
Yeah.
like he's going all out for this
How
one.
long
But yeah,
does
I
it
guess
take
it would
using
completely
Dominion?
destroy
Yeah.
his
I
entire
wanna
land,
spend it.
supposedly.
Sinkholes usually are like pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like, cars get stuck in it.
So I was under the impression that like using Dominion wasn't like.
Depends on the use.
He's like basically spending Dominion to increase the strength of one of his abilities or his gifts.
Pretty much, yeah. On a big old scale.
This area is not very safe. Everywhere we've traveled so far, there's been sinkholes.
We've avoided all of them.
Luckily.
Except for one guy.
We won't talk about him.
He was a coward.
Fell into a sinkhole and exploded.
Permanently.
The best phrasing ever. How's Ethan doing?
Well, he's en route.
Don't interrupt his calculations.
Yeah. I mean, unless you hear from me, he's just doing just fine.
I have my first draft to send to the editing team.
Okay. Yeah, 4 would definitely be enough to just to take out the castle or the size of that structure. Probably with about 30 yards of countryside surrounding it in all directions as well.
Oh shit.
Okay. Can you do an aerial surveillance real quick?
I'm in the air.
I thought he was in here.
I've been an eagle. So
One of you motherfuckers
Let's both go in the
get up
air.
in the sky and tell me what's around this castle.
Okay, I can go up in the sky. And I can use my voice of the winds to talk to you while I'm up there.
Okay.
What do I see?
Let's get an intelligence -2.
Intelligence -2. I got a 20-degree burn.
Crit.
Okay, that's good. you see there's some purple-robed men forming something of like a diamond perimeter around the building.
There's some purple-robed men forming something of a diamond perimeter around the building.
And you can't really see too much into the structure itself.
I can't see too much into the structure itself.
Okay. But there's no like
families.
There's not like some kid playing like outside the castle or anything.
No. Throwing his ball against the wall. He's like, no! As he falls to the sinkhole.
That would be my only concern.
And as the sinkhole collapses and the dust settles, you just see this red ball bouncing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Okay, then let it be so.
Okay. There's a little bit of a tremor, and then a tremendous rushing sound of soil, dirt, rocks, foundations of this building just sinking before your very eyes.
I want to play the music that the musicians are playing at the end of the Titanic as they go down with the ship.
Okay.
So they all have this like heroic, like we're sticking to it type feeling as they all die.
You hear like cries and yells coming from within the academy. Need to check.
I'd like
school here.
I don't know. I probably can't see anybody.
Can see everybody.
You were gonna try to save them.
No, I was
Because
gonna.
you are a purple robe.
I was gonna shout at them. I was gonna shout.
He's gonna create a character that pisses one of us off every game.
Passion to make them all excited.
In what manner?
Excited about dying.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to do that actually.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna use my voice of the winds to like shout down at whoever's down there, and my banner of passion to make them all excited.
Okay, in the monastery.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no longer.
You said worthy foes get resistance to that feeling?
Yeah, they get a spirit save throw. He tried to throw it off.
He resists the feeling of excitement, so now he's just left with fear of death.
And then I'm trying to determine the score then for your.
I don't know what a spirit saving throw would do for.
Alright.
I
I mean,
they make the roll.
base is 15.
Okay.
So
I'll say that's like 17. I'll give you 2 levels for it. So. Alright. Well, you are unsure of how many resist the sensation.
Trying to make them enjoy their way out. So.
Okay. There's oh, and you see the 4 men who were like outside, like the 4 robed men who were outside. They were the quickest to descend because like they were just standing on the open turf, and so that just gave way. You guys see about 200 yards, actually quite close to you. A tower just springs up out of nothing, just on this little flat stretch of land. Yep, it's about 100 feet high.
sinkhole.
Yeah, what the hell?
I mean, if it popped out of nothing,
Yep.
I mean, somebody probably just made it.
Yeah, sinkhole.
You can't sinkhole unlimited.
Like a tower with windows and shit?
Yeah, just like an ordinary stone tower. And now, so that from your position is about 50 feet away.
Okay.
And you can see a humanoid looking over the top.
Okay. I'm gonna shout down to pals down there. There's a man on this tower, and then I'm gonna fly over the tower.
You can fly over to the tower?
Yep, and I'm gonna take a good look at him.
Okay.
With my eyeballs.
Alright.
Their balls of eyes.
My balls, ball eyes.
One moment.
I only have 2 effort left.
Been using it all up.
I've got 1.
He's been using it all up.
Alright, Phil. As you cruise over the top,
Yeah.
You see a man wearing a jade mask in splendid purple robes, who immediately like discerns that you are no ordinary bird, and you see like his hands start.
He's a
full
human.
man anyhow.
Oh, you're full man. Okay, he's casting spells at you, and this is the beginning of combat.
Casting a magic spell
Yep.
at you. After I lost like half my health before, I've been here before.
Okay, what is your armor class?
A 6.
Okay. He gets 2 actions, and he hits you with both of his attacks.
Oh my goodness.
You're dead.
Probably.
I mean, we stopped the ritual, so we can leave.
Yeah, it's not good.
Okay, what we got?
This is a
Where's the character?
Hold on, I got it.
okay. It's straight magic damage.
Okay.
The abilities,
Oh, yeah.
and it was a 7 and another 7.
Okay, so that's
14
7
damage.
7 puts me down to 0.
Okay, hold on.
Second 7 puts me down to -7.
I'll spend the miracle.
Jesus.
Shouldn't he be at higher HP?
I'll spend the
remember
miracle.
when I drank all that poison?
Yeah, that was
only
today.
That was
Taken damage
today. We didn't rest or anything.
What are you doing,
I'll
Stubbs?
spend the miracle. Your music inspires an ally in earshot who would otherwise be defeated, allowing them to shrug off the worst blows. Your ally gains an invulnerable defense against any form of harm until the start of their next turn. You can use this power for your own benefit, and an instant power can be triggered after damage or effects are rolled.
Oh yeah. Oh, I guess also.
It can
What's,
only be once per scene, though.
what's the nature of this magic attack? Is just normal magic damage too?
Sure.
Okay.
So he takes no damage?
No damage.
Wow. Okay. Well,
That's impressive.
that is impressive. Holy
That-
moly.
You can only do that once?
I can only do it once per scene.
You waste it on him?
Fine, take it back.
Thanks, friend.
Okay.
You're a bandit.
Down to 1.
I've been nothing but friendly to you.
Is it our turn now?
Burn everything.
Yes. There's one other. Acolyte that survived. He's standing nearby his master.
Still the only one encountering these people.
Right now,
There's
yeah.
one man on this tower.
Where did the tower? It was just
Bro,
nearby.
50 feet in front of us.
It's
I'm
from
in
the
the
ground.
air.
Okay.
From the earth.
There's a small ring of fire around the tower itself. It's about 10 feet out, and it surrounds the tower, and it just looks like a wall of fire.
I want to be
That's
more
pretty cool.
Lapras.
All right. It is the player's actions.
You guys mind if I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'd like to fly down near the bottom of the tower
Okay.
and use my Master of the Furnace to extinguish the fire as I wish.
I feel like it's
What
probably not.
word is that from?
So that's fire word. So commit effort to shape a mold all flame within sight, directing or as I wish, and that as an action I can set something on fire.
Did anyone see? Did that strike you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh!
I don't mean for the players to take damage as
I
well.
also
Just-
rolled a
just-
1, so
Okay.
you now have to blow up this tower.
Where is this ability?
Fire is Master of the Furnace. It is bottom.
Oh yeah.
I am a man of fire.
Okay, so what did you do with the fire?
I extinguish it.
Okay, it's been extinguished.
Adam, commit effort for the day. Miracles, you have to commit 2, right?
Yes.
I can't do what I want to do.
It's tricky.
Who wants to go?
Can you change me into a hawk?
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds like an action.
Sure.
Okay.
I gotta fly at this tower.
Okay. Yeah, you can probably get to about near the top with one action. With
Okay.
that fly speed.
Did I see like magic spells come out of somewhere?
Well, this whole thing started with you seeing like Phil flying over there.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, there were like these major beams that were like about like basically in the process of hitting him, and then you saw your buddy like
play some wonderful music.
save him from it. So yeah.
So I saw where these beams like
From the roof. It came from the roof of the tower.
From the tip.
The tip. Is there a man? Like I can see a man?
Now that you're coming over the crest, yeah.
Okay.
Just the tip.
Well, I need to get to the roof.
Isn't your turn? What you changing him isn't your action, right?
It is an
And
action.
it was.
I was just wondering.
Well, you won't be able to land on the roof, but you are like next turn you can definitely land and still take a normal action.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm being bold.
You are being bold.
Yeah.
No more.
No more Mr. Nice
No
Tempest.
more Mr.
Yeah,
Okay.
No weak gun.
We good.
And then Studs' turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because your ability was just an anytime thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is very nice.
Well, I can't do it again though. So.
No.
I'm going to commit effort for this. Alright, well, it's a miracle. Those last 10 minutes, right? Miracles? Did it last a scene, or was it?
It's a scene usually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends on the thing though.
And then I am going to choose the person that did all the magic, and I fall into perfect harmony with them and their actions. You gain invincible defense against all their attacks and powers, and they gain the same against yours.
Wow.
Okay.
This lasts for the rest of the scene or until you choose to break the rhythm. The victim can defensively dispel the effects. I can't be killed.
Now we can fist fight him.
But you can't do anything to him.
No, you can punch him
You can punch him?
with his fist.
No.
Oh,
I
You're
can't do
stupid.
anything. I can't
You're
do.
stupid!
You just like sit there.
We are in
chanting
perfect harmony with each other.
Good.
it. So that means
Ebony
you
and
can't even,
ivory
You can't even
in
fight him.
perfect harmony.
You just do
Which one are
nothing.
you?
What do you like to know?
Okay.
Alright. I think we went around.
Think so?
Yep.
Okay. So you Phil, you're not up on top of the tower
No, I'm
anymore.
now down near the base. now.
Studs is, but he's immune to that man. Studs, I think you did go up on top of the tower, didn't you?
I've been hovering flying this entire time.
Okay.
This
so,
man flew up though.
Yeah, I'm near.
Yep.
so.
So you're an airborne target. Thomas, you're hanging out on the ground still, I think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was the fire dissipated?
It has been dissipated. Yep.
Is there plants nearby? What's the plant situation?
It's the local plant situation.
There's some brush and bushes like off to the sides.
Right.
So this is near the massive sinkhole.
Yes.
Okay.
He projected it about 100 feet away from where like the edge of the sinkhole
Can you
was.
read my thing?
I did. Curious.
I didn't finish reading all of it.
Yeah. Like you can when you turn it off, you like get to hit
Yeah.
it real good though.
Yeah, I get to smack him really hard. It's,
Oh,
it's like a build-up
It's
attack.
like, oh, we're friends. Ah, just
Yeah.
cross them with their face.
Okay.
Cross him with the face.
Cross them with the face.
Focus that beam like that's what he tried to do to
It's
you.
like-
I can't remember what that focus beam.
It's
was.
basically
That
it's
was from
basically
our-
It's like a druid beam or something. I
Yeah,
can't
it's
remember.
D&D. It was the genie fight.
Yeah, no, it was the fight before the genie fight.
Yeah. Elementals and stuff.
And
There
we
was
were like dragging them, we were kiting them across the room, I think.
Yeah. We were blowing them.
We're
We
blowing
used
them
to
hard.
Yeah. Blowing them hard, blowing them fast. They just kept coming. And kind of be like,
As one does.
so with the music word, I can never be silenced.
I can never be
It
silent.
says you have the invulnerable immunity to the sound they to the sounds they generate being muted, even by gagging or by physical exertion of their vocal cords.
That's like the sun word, where even if they lose their eyes, they can still see.
So just take both. Just like, what would you?
Amazing.
Like having sex, they can choke me and be like harder still, and they're like,
That's what you.
yeah, that's
That's what you went to.
Yeah, that's what I went to. I had no other thought
other
process to like.
The incest word.
Oh yeah.
What that's not what I went to.
That's real. That's a
Phil,
real word.
believe it or not, you can have sex with
What's your
other
AC
people
on-
other than your family.
Good God of incest.
What's your AC?
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine is not good. 6.
Alright. You can lower it to 4 in your bird shape.
Nice.
He's gonna shoot 1 beam at you.
Okay.
You got this.
Ooh. So is just enough.
Get my shits out here.
2 magic damage.
What a reclaim.
Yeah, that was a nice low roll.
Dare he strike Tempest.
Okay. Phil, you're on the ground?
Yes.
Okay.
Or near it.
Yep. Oh yeah, you just swallowed up his flames.
Yeah.
Okay. Studs, how long does that invulnerability last?
Scene.
See,
Oh,
He
until I
can't hurt
end
him.
it.
He can't hurt him.
No, when you protected Phil.
Oh, that's it.
Okay.
You're dead.
He can die now.
You're dead.
But I just want you to know that I tried to save you.
Say goodbye, Phil.
Nothing. Can
6 damage, Phil.
from.
Magic damage.
Oh, is he shooting down?
Yep.
Mm.
Make your god of incest now.
I'm still. I got 1 HP.
Okay.
I'll take care of that.
And where is it? Disciple man. There's one other little disciple up there with him too.
Actually, you know what? I never thought of this before. The many skin mantle can be a curse. I could force someone to be a frog.
Yeah. I thought you knew that.
Yeah. They get spirit.
I guess I knew it, but I didn't
Hard to
know
say.
it. I've never
I
tried.
didn't know.
I've never tried to use it as an attack before.
Yeah.
There's no range on it. From a frog, it should be like
Right.
carp.
Thomas, you're getting hit by.
Oh,
Dare strike you, god.
on the sidelines. Just studying plants.
This big flame blade comes from on high. Like starts off as like this normal sized fire sword in his hand, and then just comes like this huge spear at you.
That's some Dark Souls shit.
Okay, so there's just 2 points of fire damage, Thomas.
Pittance.
Yep. Okay. It is the Godbound's turn.
How many remain?
There's like one, like definitely at least a lesser eldritch and his like disciple, and they're both on top of the tower.
Okay, I will fly up to the roof. I will transform back to human, and I will spin the hourglass.
Okay. It's just you right now. No one else is doing anything.
I will pull out my 2 daggers and stab the guy in the throat a few times.
Okay. So I'll say this first round.
I have 2 daggers, so I should be able to attack twice per round. Or
Right.
I don't know exactly how that works, but I have 2 daggers, so
I thought it just increased your total damage.
maybe it's a D10.
Yeah, I thought that was how that worked.
So is a dagger a D10 normally, or
No, it's the fact that there's 2 of them.
The 2 of them make it a D10 total.
yeah? So move, and then you roll your D10. That'll be your first action with the hourglass.
That is a 9.
Ooh, that's okay. So that's 2 damage. And then I'll let you attack twice this following round because you don't have to move up to him at all.
Okay.
I need to. This is the first time he's taking damage. I just need to pull up one thing with his stats again.
Oh, you take damage too, though, right?
He does.
3 per round, so it can last for a little while.
Yeah.
So he's taken 2 damage. Okay. Now you may attack him twice, and you just roll damage. You forgo.
Okay, and I
Yeah.
take the 3.
Yep.
Okay. 3. So that's 1 damage, and then a 7, so that's 2 damage.
So 3 more damage to him.
Yeah. I think he's got as much health as I do.
Maybe.
You think you can keep up that 1-to-1 ratio?
Yes.
You gotta go again.
Yes.
All right. I'll give you since you're base. You can just pinpoint.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking saw through it if I have to.
So add an extra +2 to your roll for these rounds.
Okay. So that's a 6.
Okay.
And that's a 7.
Okay, so 4 more damage to him.
His neck is really getting effed up.
Drown in his own blood.
Okay. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Alright. Again, you get a +2 to your result for both attacks.
That's a 4.
Okay.
And a 5.
Okay, so 2 damage from that. He's looking bad, but he's still alive.
How does this even make sense?
I know.
Alright, we'll go again.
Little Tempest just... This is still just your action.
I know, it's powerful.
Yep.
That's a 4.
Okay.
And a 10. Or a 12, actually.
Okay, so 5 damage.
Yep.
You see, like the head is not attached to the body anymore. You've sawed through the neck completely.
Okay. Then with my move for that round,
Yeah.
I will fling myself off the tower.
If you want to move, that's going to go into a new round, because you've been attacking twice with both daggers.
Well, it's one attack.
No, I thought the one attack is...
The fact that it's 2 daggers means it increases the damage to a 1d10.
Right.
It doesn't mean I'm making 2 separate attacks. Well, I guess you're right.
Because you did the 1 and then you did the 4, and you needed all of it. So if you want to move again on cheated time, that would be another 3.
They'll be pretty confused.
Yeah.
So I'll flip it.
Okay, because by the way, you have 3 people who haven't acted yet.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'll flip it back over.
Okay. You see, yep, he's... So, alright, time resumes.
Yeah.
Tempest all of a sudden is standing right next to this guy, and you just see his head just... and the body goes limp. The Acolyte is just looking in terror, and it's the 3 of yours actions.
Okay,
Studs, you no longer have your pact with him. He has been...
Well, that's because he's dead.
Yes, correct.
I'll yell at the disciple to surrender. As I'm holding the bloody dagger.
Okay. Roll a charisma -2.
That's a no.
That's a 0, isn't it? Yeah, that's a 0.
Salt.
Alright.
God! Well, actually, no, that's alright. Because it's -2,
Yep.
I have a +3, so it's +1, it's 6 against 3.
Okay. He just drops down and raises his hands. You see the corpse. The head is just like, just sitting on the thing. There was like an amulet around his neck.
Uh-huh.
You see like the pendant just burst into dust, and he does like an Obi-Wan, where everything except his body remains behind. The rest like disappears.
That's a reverse Obi-Wan.
No, his body
Is it
disappears.
everything but the body disappears?
No, sorry. The body disappears, and all of his clothes and his
Yes,
equipment.
that is an
all
Obi-Wan.
Yes.
He's just naked!
That would be the stupidest thing ever.
I don't know.
In my death, I want him to
I
see
know
my
it's
naked
not.
ass. Yeah.
He's got ass up and everything.
Thank you for the clarification.
Okay.
All right.
Only his body remains.
It's like a Bobby after too much drinking.
Okay.
Alright. I will shout. One of you needs to restrain this man.
Gladly. Come up. I become a Geodude.
Alright. He's terrified at this transformation.
He can be a mythical creature, so I guess we're in the realm of Pokemon.
Actually, I guess that's great because I know more Pokemon than real animals.
He's no longer going to turn into a dragon, he's just going to turn into Charizard.
Yeah. How do you restrain him as a Geodude?
Geodude's just
I'm all on
is-
Oh, so you're just holding onto him.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll slit his throat.
Oh, you meant like.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
So
So this this lesser eldritch, his body isn't there, but he has an interesting mask, and a strange amulet, or excuse me, a strange talisman that was in the fold of his robe. It's just this little jade dragon head, and those are the two items of interest.
Only one man here that can put on the mask.
Not my guy. My guy flies up there and he's like bleeding from like all orifices.
That saved your life. Straight up, that was big. Yep.
I would cast 1,000 loyal troops on him to make him put the mask on, but it specifically says NPC.
Yeah, I think I'd be able to resist some.
Well, you get to a chance.
You can heal.
Only a little bit. 1d6 plus Godbound's level.
That's
not bad at all. He's level 3
It'd
now
be for all of us.
Yeah, I'm 3.
Oh, I don't need to be healed.
Yeah.
Oh, the tower's collapsing.
Hey, bird me.
I'm still flying.
Alright, I'll bird.
You hear screaming coming from within the tower.
Men screams?
Yeah, men.
No, mostly women.
God damn it.
Can I see anything in there? I have perfect sight in dark.
Yeah,
Turn them into
there's some finely shaped arch windows, and it's like exotic looking concubines.
I would like to.
They're innocents.
I'm gonna.
Let's turn them
I'm
into...
out of power. I'm out of health. I have nothing, man.
Let's turn them into flies.
How many can we turn into flies between the two of us?
I mean, the tower's collapsing, so I'd say there's one round.
Okay.
I'd say you could maybe do 2 each.
Okay.
But I'd have a d20 for both of your second transformations.
Alright. I first off, as quick as I can, look for the hottest one.
Okay.
Turn her into a fly first.
Alright, she is secured as a fly.
Second hottest.
Okay.
on the fly calculations.
Got it.
That's it. Oh yeah, snap judgment.
For the third hottest.
Okay.
16.
Okay, success.
Fourth. 3.
Not hot enough. Not hot enough.
For the rest of her existence, she will be half fly, half human.
Oh, God.
And she's able to like kind of just smile and just barely get
fucking
to see.
dominion that one.
This is what happens when you do the really rush.
She's a merman.
Yeah. But so you've got 3. You've saved 3 concubines and transformed one.
Oh, I'm gonna salt that to a 3.
Make it even worse?
No, it wasn't.
It was a 3.
He made it exactly the same.
Oh, you're just salting away a 3.
Okay. Yeah, so I get an effort back.
Yeah.
I'll make the half fly, half woman pregnant.
So that
God.
that seed will not die out. The generation will be fly woman.
Alright, for the women that are falling down, I'm gonna try to make them all excited.
Okay.
My banner fashion.
You do.
Okay.
And they're crushed within the tower.
Okay, well, they were excited.
Okay.
At least it was thrilling.
Yep.
Alright. I
Unfortunate, but they're dead.
turn the two women back to their human form and put my arm around both of them.
Alright. They thank you, and when they get over the shock, they get a bit more comfortable under your arms. So,
John.
he says, Titus.
Not anymore.
Oh, so you weren't Titus.
Gotcha.
Yes, you're so clever.
All right, how's it going? I've been hiding.
I've had better days, but we are successful.
All right. What would you ask of me?
Take me back
All
to
right.
the tavern.
I can do so,
This
sir.
is the most injured I've ever been in my
Oh, I
life.
know. Like your skin was just like floating away like in the sands, like
fucking neck.
That's so savage.
Yeah,
Like
it's powerful.
I suppose I could refresh just for the...
I mean, if you get some magic dagger that does like that's a combo that emperors would tremble at. So
Yeah.
Yep.
The ultimate
I should say
assassination.
regents because that's saved for the regent.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Now
So
to put this mask on John.
Oh,
if it makes him like all powerful and evil, like that's pretty shit.
yeah.
We could do it. I can make him put it on.
Well, anyone can make him put it on.
Well, I can make him willing.
What if he becomes godlike?
Then we kill him.
I got 5 HP.
Well,
Round
then
2.
you die too.
God damn it.
Or this guy puts it on.
Put on the bug lady.
Don't put it on any
She's
of
about
our...
to be a mother.
Yeah,
of
it's
face.
your fucking mother. What's wrong with you? You're gonna put it on. You're gonna put it
Not
on.
like hell.
She's part of the human family.
Is she coming with us?
Oh yeah. All of them.
Well, obviously, but I wasn't sure about
I mean,
this.
sure, me. I wasn't
See
sure
you guys
until
at the
you asked.
tavern.
I was hoping she was
What's your
gonna like
spirit say?
flutter off.
My spirit
But now she's
save.
coming?
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah,
It's
you know
12.
what? No.
That's
No.
not
Great.
great.
Honor with it's too
No,
much.
it's not.
Alright.
I might have to revise your destiny.
Well,
Can you do that?
trying to fly away to the tavern. See you guys. I'll start up the drinks for you.
Alright, I'm gonna revise your destiny.
I can't do
Okay.
a lot.
Let's see.
You can do that to
Make-
non-NPCs.
yeah,
That's so powerful.
Particular creature in sight.
All right.
Make your spirit save.
Let's see. 13. The final save is 12.
Motherfucker. Alright. John, can you put on this mask?
He says, "If I do, will you forgive me of my weakness and cowardice in my previous actions? I would like to help you. You've clearly rid us of one of the Black Academies.
Yes, this would prove your courage.
Very well." He,
Bleeding out of one eye.
looks at it.
Everything but his body.
Yeah, I know he's only got the one eye.
That's all he needs.
His whole body goes rigid for a moment, like
Fully erect.
just you see like his fingers like kind of, and then they go still, and he's just standing there just with the mask on.
John.
There's no response.
John.
You see like one hand like start like pawing at the mask.
I'll help him pull it off.
Okay, it takes like more exertion than you thought to take the mask off him,
Uh-huh.
and
His whole face comes with.
Maybe.
like when you take it off, like his one remaining pupil is just perfectly black for a moment, and then it slowly starts coming back to like a normal looking human eye, and he says,
Yeah?
he speaks in Delimbian. Does anyone understand that?
No.
God.
Alright. Yeah, now he's returning to trade camp now. It's the march of the souls, the ancestors' knowledge. Will you take? Will you hedge your knowledge? And he was like trying to put the mask back on.
I'll put it in my bag.
Yeah.
John.
Yeah.
What did you see?
Oh well, there was a bunch of marching spirits, and we were going through something of a maze of bamboo shafts. I think that's the name, bamboo. Yes, and on all the bamboo shafts, there were these glowing words, just kind of scrolling along, always moving, and I was reading them, and I whispered them, and everyone else was whispering them too. And at the end of the path, there were large masks, much larger, all around in the heavens, and they spoke to me. I have learned.
What have you learned?
Not sure. It's all just right there in my vision. Like if I can picture it, but it just.
This is a Dulimbian artifact?
You remember from Titus's report, it was the Mask of the First Ancestor, it's called.
mask of the first ass. Can you smash this?
Destroy it.
Turn into like an elephant and just
He doesn't gain the strength of the elephant.
gains the mask.
Gains the
Yeah,
butt.
yeah.
Yeah. Gains the butt.
I mean, there'd still be a little
You want me to
strength
crush
check.
the mask.
I want you to crush this mask. It's evil. Can you or can you not, you god?
I can try.
Always
I could
reach into the
become a Geodude again.
Put the mask in the bag.
Right? You're coming Onyx.
No!
If you want to go with the rock theme. Or
Actually,
Golk, or
Graveler.
Golem, or Gravel.
Graveler or Golem is good. What's Graveler? Graveler's big, isn't he?
Yeah.
Champ.
I'm a mythical animal.
Oh, mythical.
We should all taken the beast word and just
Become
Pokemon.
and fight Ash Ketchum.
Oh my god.
Put it in the.
No. Alright, hold on. What am I though? What terrain are we on?
Grassland.
Perfect. Actually, that's okay. I'll become. Let's just do the elephant.
Okay.
Big elephant, and I like.
Okay. Strength -4.
You got this.
You guys are a strong guy.
Oh yeah, he is.
Oh,
Crit.
20 plus 2
Nice.
minus whatever.
All right. You pulverize it with one mighty step, and as you lift your paw up, there's this like glittering green essence that's like floating away, and it's about to just. And if you just let it there, it'll just get dispersed by the next like breeze that comes through.
Do you want to eat it?
I think
Beg it.
I was flying away.
Oh, okay.
I flew away like 2 or 3 minutes ago.
I could swoop the bag over it.
Yeah, try to beg it. Wait, the bag?
Yeah.
The very bag.
What other
Wait,
bag could hold
what
such
happened?
a thing?
It's flying away.
The
What about-
essence
the
of the mask.
Yeah, it's like just this glittering like
What
kind
about
of
a modern
strand
bag?
of
What?
A modern bag. Like
I don't have it. Only he has those.
He gave me one and has a sample in it. I don't need it.
You
could dump the sample.
Dump the
and-
poison and grab the.
Dump the sample and try to capture
Aren't
the
you an
essence.
elephant?
Yes.
Just suck it up. Just
It would go to the abyss. I mean, I could. I would just dispose
astral
of it.
cocaine.
I mean, what if we did this? You think we'd all die?
I don't know.
I say give it a shot.
Do it. I'm at the tavern already. Do it.
I mean, if the planet explodes, you're going with it.
I mean, do you
okay.
want to dispose of it or somehow harness it?
I don't know.
Because I can just dispose of it.
Blow it.
That's
You
probably
have,
for the best.
You have 10 seconds to decide, and we'll do the real game timer.
That's probably for the best.
Elephant snorted.
Send it to the
That's what I'll
abyss.
do. I'll just.
He sucks up.
There it goes.
Just into his nose.
Okay. Now you didn't like pulverize it into like dust or anything, did you?
No,
There's fragments.
Yeah, it was like glowing, very small fragments, but yes, it was
Okay.
in this little stream that was like floating up, and he just.
We will gather up the mask
I like to
fragments.
think that was all the ancestors.
Does it have a kick? Does it get a little high?
It went to the abyss.
We will gather the
Oh,
fragments and we will ship
Well,
it to Doomba.
Did he suck it up in his mouth or in his
No
snout?
mouth.
Okay.
All roads lead to Rome.
So then you just have the talisman.
John?
Yes.
Oh god.
John.
Can you put this on?
I mean, it's just like this little thing that you hold.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an amulet. But that was the one thing that exploded.
The amulet exploded, I thought.
Yep. So there's an amulet around the decapitated head's neck.
Yeah.
After it was decapitated, like whatever was like resting in the like the core of the jewelry just exploded into dust, and then his body faded away.
Okay.
So that was the amulet. There was a talisman just in one of the folds of the robe that he was wearing.
Right.
And then the mask had fallen off of his
what
head.
does the talisman look like?
It has a jade dragon.
Hmm.
Very fearsome looking.
I mean, how would any of us know if it's like magical?
I don't.
No,
None of us are a god of sorcery.
Has anyone picked it up?
Well, I assume so.
Yeah.
Who picked it up?
I mean, the body was on top of the tower,
Yes.
so if
You
we
were the
didn't have it,
closest.
we wouldn't have it.
Well, it was thrown clear as it collapsed because it was on the roof.
You haven't done enough. You go get it.
I'm going to pick it up.
Yeah. You got like full health.
Fine.
Okay. The moment you pick it up,
You just snorted a bunch of ancestors. You can go pick that up.
Oh, we did it! Then we did the void!
Well,
Right.
you didn't know what would happen.
the moment you pick it up, you feel a desire to just crush it in your hand.
I do so.
Okay, you do so, and you gain the dragon word gift.
Oh,
my.
wow.
The dragon word gift?
Yeah,
Dragon
so like
word.
there's a whole word.
You mean the
Dragon
dragon
word.
word?
Just
Yes.
dragon word.
Yep, you gain the dragon word.
Doesn't that mean
for
he
free.
is a dragon?
Means he has the ability to transform into a dragon.
I already had that ability,
Yeah.
but I'm guessing now it's a little bit more
Well,
You
meaningful.
have access to
To
some
the
more
gifts
gifts.
with cheaper.
There's some good
yeah.
stuff in there.
Oh,
I
That's
have
badass.
5 words now.
Why were you so hesitant, man?
I have 5 words now.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
All
Frederick
right,
is
John,
becoming
back to the tavern.
quite ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
Your hero is a dragon.
Damn right.
You're like a World of Warcraft dragon kin now, where you can just like. But apparently you already had that with your.
That's not a-
Well, that I didn't have like.
A what?
Well, you know they have their humanoid forms.
Yeah.
All the great.
Oh, that's
the
just
great
a
dragons.
dragon.
Yeah.
So you're secretly a dragon.
Yeah. Secretly a dragon.
And when you reveal yourself, I will kill you.
Actually, you know what the crazy
Will
thing
you?
is? Actually,
I
the
don't
crazy
know.
thing is, the beast word can't turn you into a human. So if he's a dragon now, can he never be human?
No, he
No,
was
One
born,
of the dragon
no,
gifts.
I'm a
he was
human.
born a human, and he gained the dragon.
One of the-
he
one of
gained
the-
it through a different means than starting as a dragon.
One of the dragon gifts lets you turn into a human.
Let's
Oh,
see.
okay.
But I have no gifts. But I am a human already.
Yep. So
It's a little strange.
So he basically got the dragon word, and then kind of that gift as a byway because he received it through this magical source and wasn't born a dragon.
Dragon shit. All sorts of dragon shit.
I got it.
All right.
Why
He
can't
takes
I
you back to
find it?
town.
I would like to have, in my time, while they were doing this, try to
Yep.
get the town up into a party.
I'm all for that.
They
That's a
asked,
good idea.
"What are we partying about?"
And I tell them.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
if I'm gonna make a suggestion, you got it.
Okay, well,
Are you a free divinity?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
My first action would be to try to get the people rounded up for a party after killing the cult.
Alright, that's a good idea.
So I don't know how long it takes you guys to get there after I fled over there,
What time is the? Yeah.
They get back about 20 minutes after you do.
but okay. Well, I have Samuel unash all of my wine, or I unash all of it, and try to get people up into a passion about our victory.
Dragon was a new word, right?
Yep, it's in the new book.
Why can't I find it?
I just said
It's
that.
one of the
The world of vengeance.
Special category.
yeah, I don't know. I forgot what they called it.
It's like with lich and stuff.
Oh yeah, concept.
Yep.
Words.
Yep.
So this is just a city in the rack team.
Yep. It's the northwesternmost city. You can find it on the map.
I would like to.
Kova. Or Berzova.
Could I use Dominion to establish a Hugh religion foothold in the city?
Yes. How much Dominion are you spending? 1 would be a minor shrine. 2 would be a full-fledged temple.
My strength is automatically raised to 18.
Nice.
It's a modifier of 3, I think, right?
It is.
Yes. Yes.
I gotta adjust these, but the checks get changed too, right?
Yeah.
I gotta figure that out.
Are you
later.
establishing a temple?
Yep, I'll leave it 2 for
Okay.
the full temple.
So you've got you've got a shrine in the Oasis states.
This time.
Yeah, you do need to keep track of all this because it will I am doing a month of Dominion income at the end of this section as well, so these are important to.
Oh, we're arriving in time for his party.
And so what do
yeah.
you call it? What do
I'm
you
gonna
call
play-
it? What's this one called? Should I say rack team?
Call it Berzova Temple because that's the name of the town.
Okay.
In case you ever establish another temple or shrine in the Rakteen Confederacy, then you can distinguish the
Okay.
two. Yep.
I'm gonna play a very joyous song
All right.
to make everyone extremely happy.
I try to get everybody to cheer our names. I don't know how you can do that in a cheer, but
I don't think
And
he
you
cares.
you do this by manipulating emotion.
Yeah, so manner of passion, I just try to get everybody to feel joy.
You should have them cheer
Gratitude.
for the Patrian Empire.
Okay, I do so there.
So they're
Patrio!
cheering for Hugh God,
Hugh God, and
Patrian Empire, victory.
basically that.
Okay.
Those things.
All right.
Yeah, I don't care about them cheering for me. I just want them to be extremely happy.
Yep. Well, I mean, the Confederacy is one of these border territories, and if they feel that they do owe the Patrian Empire like the cause for this,
They do.
well, then that should the army be marching through, they will assist them and not the Dolymbians. So, yep.
Emperor Claudius,
Yes.
we have succeeded.
Oh.
We annihilated every single purple-robed individual, and we have destroyed the entire ritual site.
Most excellent. You have done exceedingly well in your itinerant mission, but I now ask that you return to the capital to begin preparations.
We will do so at once.
He says, you will be duly compensated for your excellent services, and I look forward to seeing my old friend again in the flesh.
Of course. Glory to the Empire.
Glory to the Empire. Nice. It's like
That's pretty fucking powerful.
when you're doing your time stop stabbing. It's like
That's-
when Willem
that's a
Dafoe is
lesser, too.
reimagining the crime scenes in Boondock
Yeah.
Saints, except he's actually. Oh my god! All right, so you guys will leave Berzova and head back to the capital for good things to come next session. So
I would like to spend some dominion at Berzova.
okay,
I
what are
want-
we doing?
I want to make that one tavern just anyone who enters it just feel extremely.
It's the the Red Oak Tavern is the
Yeah.
happiest place.
Yes.
Okay.
Happiest
This is
place on
large.
earth.
In fact, they're so giddy with their bemused celebration that they're putting the mummified Titus Antonius in a glass case and moving him down to the bar where he's the official mascot of the tavern. And it's now a tourist attraction where you never know if you're going to spend a night and wake up the next day. And so it becomes a haunted tourist attraction
There
as
we
well.
go.
So, all right, that'll be one dominion.
Okay.
And I want to send my notes. I don't know. This isn't really need to be done.
You sending your
But I
email?
want to send my notes to the editor. My first edition of Strictures.
Oh, okay. And what are they? I'd like to see them.
All right.
One true God, Hugh God.
I can commit effort for
The Hugh
the day
Sabbath.
once per week to afford a single purchase of up to wealth 10.
But what do we ever need to purchase?
I don't know. It's just
Oh,
I've had
Gotta
zero
help a
wealth the
fellow
entire
Hugh family.
We
time.
like never spent well.
never close your
No,
door
no
on
one
a
really
Hugh family
does.
in need. Okay.
We are gods.
All right. These are strictures, and the more you generate, the better. So that's a good foundation for sure. All right. Time to distribute rewards. 3 XP.
Nice.
Okay, let's get everyone gets their 2 base Dominion session points, and then let's take a look at these free divinity and cult divinities here. Okay, free divinities, you get another point of Dominion for your monthly point. And you guys will get more once you get past, once you reach level 5 and beyond. You'll get more.
What's
points.
level 4 XP?
I will notify you in just a second. Now I need to calculate Thomas's XP or Dominion here.
Oh, yeah.
80 points.
How much
Yeah.
dominion do you have to spend in order to level
To what? 4?
to 3?
3?
Yeah.
3, 7, 6.
4?
6.
Oh, is it 6?
All right,
Wow.
Thomas, you get just 1 extra Dominion that they did, so you get 4 total Dominion from this session.
I meant level 2. I spent 1 dominion and I have 4 total.
But
But
Thomas,
you only
as
spent
you
one?
increase
That
your
was my first
strictures
spent.
and
I've
cult,
had 9.
your income will start to
He died.
definitely
I died.
eclipse.
Oh, yeah,
Free
no one
dominion.
does.
And I
Exploded
and my new character didn't have any dominion.
He
to start
exploded
with.
permanently.
You
I
say you
was
need
gonna
to
say,
spend 6 total to get to level 4?
No.
No.
6 to get to 3.
I think you have to spend 2.
Okay, here you go.
Three, I
You
thought.
needed
That's
to
what
have
I thought.
spent 4 to get to level 3.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Level 4, you require 12 experience and 10 Dominion spent.
Wait, is that spent total or per level?
Total.
I need
We'll
to
get.
spend 2 more points.
So
We'll probably level up at the same
so
time then.
what does
'cause-
it take to have gotten to 2 then?
To get to level
You
2,
need to spend 2.
Okay, so I'm at
you
2.
need to have spent 2.
How much have you spent?
I spent
Stuff,
nothing
or-
because
no,
I
that-
started
like,
as a new
they're
character at
completely
level 2.
opposite, like,
Oh,
Or
okay.
what?
like other gifts or stuff. You can't.
So do I need to spend more than the average person to
You could
get
probably
to
just
3?
at least count
Or
that 2. Or just
So how much have you spent total right as of right now?
1 in my entire life, and I'm
Okay.
at level 2 already.
Right.
To get to 3, you have to spend 4. So
Okay.
what's the
No,
question?
I was just curious what it was.
Yep. You got to find a way to spend those Dominion.
Got it.
How much do you have in your pool?
4 remaining.
4 remain. Okay, so
Can I
that's
s-
something you could do.
Can I
For sure.
spend Dominion to restore John's eye?
It's just a really benevolent action. That's 1 Dominion. You can do that.
So when this is like separate,
hard
but
to
like
get rid of this stuff.
maybe
I'm throwing it around.
all physical
Yeah, I just wanna
damage
set up
you
shrines.
inflict against mob
Which is
maybe
actually a
red
good use,
straight.
but
Does that mean if I roll a D10 and hit a 10, it does 10 damage? Is that what it means? by
D10
red
straight?
It says red straight, rather inflicted by normal. It's just some
at level
ridiculous
4 I
stuff.
can hear prayers.
It's a greater gift. All physical damage you inflict against
As a
mob may be red
subconscious
straight,
sorcerer.
whether-
Yeah, so against mobs. But yes, that means if you roll a dice, you do that much damage instead of following the dice table.
Look that up.
I did.
So mobs are anytime it's the
Yeah,
groups of
it's
it.
a
Yep.
monster.
Really?
He gives you his lucky fishing net.
Really?
Yes. In thanks for that.
Like, is it just just a token
He
thing?
tells you it's his lucky fishing net.
This is
Okay,
like
thank you.
I mean, okay.
How lucky would it be for me to encounter a smuggler in this town that would be willing to smuggle a package into Dulambai?
You're in the Confederacy, which is a crossroads of kind of unsavory types, since that's how you survive out here. So it would require a great stroke of luck.
Like a Dominion point of luck?
No. That's I'd probably say you could exhaust like some influence that you have. Well, how much influence do you have right now?
I don't know.
You're like, I don't deal in influence.
I've never used it at all.
Okay, we'll say for the session you can exhaust it. So there does come by a smuggler
Okay.
who is looking for a job.
I need him to smuggle these mask fragments
Okay.
into the capital
Ooh, the capital. All right.
and leave the package on the doorstep of an official.
Very specific job.
Yep.
Means it's a little bit pricier.
Yep.
Your wealth would go down 1 level for this job, but he promises it would be complete.
Who uses wealth?
What if he's such a patriot?
You could spend a Dominion to make him a Patreon fanatic smuggler.
Yeah! Absolutely.
Like, you basically just take him aside and tell him a vision of like the world in a few years under Patreon rule.
How
Like,
glorious it would be.
he sees coliseums everywhere and like aqueducts spanning thousands of miles and just lions and prostitutes roaming in the streets, and he just says, Remy, Patria, whatever you say, I'll do it.
Awesome.
Alright, and he'll smuggle it for you. So
Then I'm
there you go.
Oh.
And he's gonna get like a secret insignias for like all of his crew and ship to have like the eagle.
You had 10. Oh yeah, you. I wasn't here last session. That's why you have more Dominion than me.
Yep.
Alright.
Level 4, baby. Gotta spend that Dominion anywhere you can.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
do I, in a sense, have the first lesser gift
Of Dragon?
of Dragon?
Let's see.
Is that what we're going with, or are you just in a sense of like?
Yes, because you're coming to this from the other direction, where since this is a concept, this is a dragon. You've been a dragon all your life, and to gain this requires this is the reverse. Since you've been a man your whole life, you've gained dragon through a magical artifact, so this is just automatically yours. the second skin.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, you just ignore the fact that you normally wouldn't be able to humanoid shape. So yeah.
$9 says one of these days an abyssal lord is going to tear open a night road and demand you guys stop dumping your garbage in his house.
That is, it's kind of like the what was the attracting meteors thing?
That was Golk's, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Where it's like, you know, it's these things that are never quite out of the back of my mind, but it's always, I appreciate your reminders from your viewers there on that. That's good.
I want to turn into a dragon before we go.
Okay.
Que horrible.
You can be a rocking dragon. Got your guitar. Yeah.
I'm playing. Yeah. I mean, it says
You handle your own pyrotechnics
Yeah,
on stage. Yep.
your hero is a dragon, whatever the particular shape you might desire the dragon to take.
Yep. So you can be like
I want to be Barney.
Barney the dragon.
It's perfectly legitimate. Anatomically, he's a little puffy, but you know it works.
Yep.
He wasn't the dragonborn, so
I'm gonna take Levi's destiny.
dragon become.
Gift.
Wait, you went from 3
Wait,
to
can I,
5?
no, I
we
want
always
to
have
change
4.
that
Oh.
only slightly.
What?
I want to
level
be
3 to be a 4 effort.
Yes.
Is that 4
a
reasons?
man
Okay.
that looks like he's in a dragon costume,
All right.
so you can still see my head,
Interesting.
but I am a dragon.
Oh my god.
However you want it, man. It's all groovy.
as if I'm like an entertainer that dresses around
Yeah.
for kids.
So far into the abyss, you've sent. I actually am going to get my abyss tracker now.
We
So
might end
we've
up
got-
something like
we've
way
got-
too powerful things that they're just going to bite us in the ass.
Did you
Giant, we like
got
waterfalls
a-
of sand.
Yeah. So shit ton of sand.
You didn't throw a meteor in there, did you? No.
Yes, we did.
No, that was
No.
before.
Mert
Golk.
hit the meteor with his fist.
Oh yeah. We thought about you wanted to make Golk a large mouth creature.
And then you've got mask essence.
What?
That was the other
Oh,
thing you said
yeah.
in the abyss. Okay, that's not too bad.
All gonna
This is a
combine
big
and
place.
form some monstrosity.
Yeah. I mean, there's a handful of maid gods in the different
Yeah.
realms, and you know, there's certain things that might increase the chance of an encounter where you basically just find out the fastest way you can get the hell out of there. Yeah.
Throw rocks forever into your
Yeah.
mouth until something comes back.
All right,
Alright.
that's a session. So you guys killed a lesser eldritch, so that is probably the strongest thing you've fought so far. A little bit stronger than the
pretty
parasite.
easy.
I killed.
I didn't even
Yeah.
notice anything happen. Really,
Well,
it was decapitated.
His,
at one moment.
I gave him theurgy, which he had all the way through the throne school. So that's how he built that tower out of nothing. Fire and night. The night he wasn't too interested in because he did want to actually just engage you, and night has a lot of the shrouding kind of darkness effects. But his most dangerous thing is he gets 2 attacks around that have a high chance of hitting, and it's D10 straight magic damage.
Yeah, it's
so
pretty dangerous.
like we did 14 damage to Phil immediately. Like
If,
that was
if he had done more than 2 to me, I might not have been able to kill him.
Right.
How much health did he have?
he has 15 health.
That's quite a bit.
Yep.
Especially
you did,
when the most we can do is 4.
Yeah.
Well, I can do a lot.
You did.
Mert could do.
All I could
Yeah.
for.
You did all 15 damage to him,
I know. I was there.
and you took like 12 in the process.
You were the only one that took damage.
Yeah, I took
Yeah.
12.
You were the only one that took damage, and
Yep. And I killed his minion. And I killed everyone else. And I destroyed the whole ritual site.
If you need to walk.
I couldn't have done it without you, God. Could have done it without this.
Wow, thanks.
I'm a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
I'll send the picture now of what I look like in dragon form.
But hey, next time we get to go to war.
Yep.
That'll be interesting because the Dulimbian leader still really hates me.
Oh, he'd like nothing more
Specifically you.
than a chance to get you. Yep.
I mean, if he doesn't know what I look like, we could just send some guy into the battle zone and be like,
That was him.
Who
That was
just-
Tempest.
I'm Tempest!
He like blows this trumpet.
Yeah.
Like the bugle blowing.
Death to Dulimba!
Yeah. He dies really quickly, and then they think that you're dead.
Yep.
And then the next night, you're doing your dagger thing to the region.
How fast do you fly?
I can go up to 100 miles an hour from going straight.
You just need to get some super nice daggers, like the best
I'll
daggers.
talk to the Emperor about it.
Yeah, but I'm sure it doesn't really work for
Good
journeying.
session.
I'm saying that 16 is better, or at least the same as
Well, like, but
this fact. Well,
the
this is me. I don't want people with me, but
yeah, and like with Sky, my impression from words is that even though like sometimes it seems like they should be able to let you travel pretty fast, they're not great over long distances.